And welcome to episode 96 of the Tattoo Collecting 101 podcast here on Reinventing the Tattoo. Before we jump into it, just want to say a quick thank you to all of our sponsors and affiliates. So shout out to Raw Pigments, Tattoo Now, World Tattoo Events, DLI is Pro, Jake at the Fireside Tattoo Network, The Apprenticeship Diaries, and of course, Guy Atchison, the founder of it all.
Nicely done, Kyle.
Good job, Kyle.
Nicely done.
Trying.
That's
Get better and
smooth,
better.
buddy.
Yeah.
Smooth,
You
little
practice.
buttery.
You
Yeah,
practice in the
nice
shower.
Buttery.
I practiced in the
Oh,
5
I
minutes
know.
beforehand. In my head.
Yes.
Nicely done.
Thank
Nicely
you.
done.
Smooth like
Coming
butter.
out smooth.
So this week we have a pretty cool episode. We've got kind of like a whole bunch of recap footage.
Why are you looping us, Kyle?
That's what I do best.
And that's how he gets fired.
And that's, we're just like, oh, you did great. And then he's like,
Then drops the ball.
we all did.
You know what it is? He doesn't know what to do with the attaboy and he short circuits. He's like, I can do
You're
it.
like,
What?
I didn't talk. You're quiet. I'm listening to you guys talk, and all of a sudden I hear her talking twice. And you,
Yep.
It happened. So anyways, back
Yes.
to, we have a special episode lined up.
Special.
We all had the all of us, excluding Chuck, had the privilege of going to the Rubber City Tattoo
Yeah.
show in
Was that-
Akron this weekend.
I
And then
Oh, T-Double didn't go.
we also have T Double, Tony Terrell
Motherfucking
joining us
legend.
again. Tony actually joined us on our very first episode. Can you
Episode.
believe we're almost to 100?
episode 1, and now we're on. I'm so proud of you guys.
Thanks.
Awesome.
Yeah, we're like little steps up, every few weeks or every
Thanks.
couple
If
of
you-
months.
If you sticking with it's key. So I'm proud of you guys for sticking with it.
Well, thanks. Yeah, a lot of people start these things and they'll get like 3 or 4 shows in, and then it's like, oh, this is a lot of work and also more expensive than I thought it would be, and also a lot of work,
Oh, money.
and it takes a lot of knowledge.
Yeah.
So it's a daunting thing. But we also have this guy just like fall into our lap. His name's Kyle.
But fuck Kyle.
Like,
really. Fuck.
Fuck you, Ben.
You just said butt fuck.
Shh. I'm trying to subliminally slip in there, bud.
Just message me on the side. You have my info.
It's like, you know. I die.
We both
Rats.
fuck each other.
I think it's a good.
You think it's a
We're
good thing?
spending
it's a good
an
thing.
amount of time together.
We have the tattoo family. Now we've got like within the tattoo family, there's like tattoo collecting family where we're even
Little extra.
yeah, like I don't.
2 extra. It's for the 2 extra.
It's back to
Yeah.
that tribal thing. It
We're
gets
just-
weird.
We're just a little extra.
No, yeah, when you're like
A
when
lot
you
of.
know that you're extra, like, I mean, that's
Just own it. That's all I'm saying.
that. Like, I'm for it. I'm like 110% 2 extra, and like people either get it or they don't. Like, you know,
Big fan.
like, okay, I was just
Oh.
thinking. I just walked my
Uh-oh.
Greyhound around the block, and I was like, can you imagine how exhausting it must be to be fake, to like pretend to be like friends or in a romantic relationship with someone that you like actually hate? Like the pretending is like a job, like, and I do zero pretending, and it's problematic.
I quit those jobs, bud. I get it.
So when you don't give a fuck, it's like it opens up this wormhole of people that are going to be jealous that they know you don't give a fuck. They
No,
know
I love
you
it.
Hold
give
on,
a
Chuck.
fuck.
We got
We've
And
got
they're
to
jealous
allow
because
other
they still
phones
give
to
a fuck.
pass.
we
They
got a
didn't
whole
have the
crew of
pe-
people joining us. Hold
They
on,
didn't-
Chuck. We got a whole group of people joining us right now. We just
All right,
had
hooligans.
Jeremy
Hooligans.
Brown join us. You guys are muted right
Can we
now.
get you to
though.
turn your phone sideways as well?
We can't hear
please?
you.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, we
Hey,
got volume
Jeremy,
now.
turn your phone. Turn your phone sideways, Jeremy.
Boop.
There you go.
Boom.
Boom.
Give us that side view.
What's
T
up,
Double, how
guys?
are you, brother?
There we go. There we go. What's up, guys?
Good to see
I
you.
was
Hey,
just bringing
what's
us in a
everyone,
minute
Ben?
ago.
Fun?
I was just saying we're getting ready to recap the Akron show from last weekend. Like
Yeah,
all
yeah.
of you were there.
Yeah, it was a great show. It was so fun. It was the funnest show I've had in a while.
lot of fun at that show.
So where are you guys headed now?
We are currently Ubering back from Walmart, and then we're going to the beach.
Nice. You're at the Cali
We
convention,
went and
right?
got one of the essentials since we all flew out here, and now we're
San Diego.
yeah, we've
Nice.
already ate, hung out for the day. We rode scooters around, hit the dispensary up.
You going to Tijuana?
So, everybody doesn't have a passport, but I found out that if you have the federal ID, you can get across. So technically, I guess I can still go.
Wait, what?
Yeah, if you get that endorsement on your license.
Let's go to fucking
Junket
Mexico.
Boys is in San Diego now,
Oh,
right?
yeah, man.
Yeah, go to Mexico. Go to
I
I
Mexico.
just got real excited.
That's a 5-hour drive from Tijuana.
It's 20 minutes from here, so it's
Yeah, you gotta go get some.
Maybe we can go
blockbusters,
later.
Some homemade fireworks that are real sketchy.
Tattoo
Go
collecting.
to-
That's exactly what I'm buying in Tijuana is fire.
But we have to see
Whatever
temples too.
sketchy interests you have, you can be accommodated there. I mean,
I can tell you, when I lived in San Diego, there was very few places that I could have more fun within 20 minutes of my house
yep.
because there's dispensaries and bars and
Yeah.
Mexico and
In
beach
Mexico.
and
Yeah, or you
whatever
can
wanna
drink
do.
tequila for like $25 at noon.
At noon. I like the classifying
Yeah.
time frame.
And I'm like,
At noon.
I'm puking in stall, and it's like not even like,
You're
worth
right.
that. Like it's good. It's good.
Yeah.
But, you know, as long as you got friends with you, which you do.
Yeah,
I
we
go
got a
alone.
nice.
I go alone.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Whose day is it to be sober, guys? Someone's got to watch us all. Who's in charge? Someone's got to get us from point A to point
Somebody
B.
has to
I like
be.
that you're all looking at me. This is the reality of the situation.
Oh.
I'll be driving the van. I will
I'll
have
pitch in.
I'll have those of us that are tripping too hard on a leash.
Fun. We've hung out for how many years?
You know, I don't agree with
Have you-
putting children on a leash, but Ben, I will put you on a leash.
Have you ever seen me drunk?
Leash and carabiner,
No,
you
no, no,
right
no, 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 no. Let's
now.
throw this out here. We've hung out for how many years? At least 4, 5? Have you ever seen me drunk?
With a capital D? No.
Yeah, you've seen me have some drinks. Have you ever seen me drunk?
I've never seen you drunk.
That's right, because I don't get drunk in public.
So there's gonna be a
Save it for
and a dad.
privacy.
Yeah,
That's
Ben's
what I
got
do.
rules.
I try.
2 an hour every other hour is the rule.
That's a silly
Doesn't matter
rule.
what it is.
Oh,
though.
that's a yes, it does. Because I only drink liquor.
Look, we were sitting here
So-
talking with Kyle yesterday, and we were talking about drinking and our drink of choice, and he's like, "I just go for a Long Island." And I was like, "Whoa, Kyle!" Like he's like, "I skip I just go straight for wasted."
I
It's not
live
that I go
on
straight
Long
for wasted, it's
Island,
that I have
and
one
I
and I'm
can
done.
decide.
It's
It's
wasted.
it's
That's
smooth.
micro wasted.
Blackout
you're
Kyle
looking-
over here.
I have
Yeah.
one, and that's it. And my wallet will thank me later since I don't enjoy drinking.
Mm-hmm.
Just saying,
Yeah.
really
I like your
strong
stuff.
But that's the thing. like life is very interesting when you drink, because sometimes when you imbibe a little too much and you wake up like, first of all, you feel shame in the morning when you wake up. If you're not even
You
if you're
can.
still awake, you're
You
fine.
can.
But if you wake
I
up and
never
you're
understood.
gasping for air,
Yeah, when you wake
don't-
up the
you
next
don't know
morning,
where you are, you don't know who's next to you.
then you look
and you-
over.
You grab your phone to look for it in your. I furiously look through my camera roll. What did I do? What happened? Like, I'm not
I
in
need proof.
jail. I mean, that's
Why
not
did I
true.
get
You
kicked
have to win
out?
for
2 an
Trump.
hour every
Yeah.
other hour. May I please recommend the Thomas method? 2
Not
an
for the
hour.
Long
every
Island.
other-
Not in jail.
The Long
Talking
Island,
about
it
being ashamed,
depends.
and then on Jeremy's phone, off camera here. If you want to be ashamed,
No, I take
Some
it
people
to the
just embrace
Olympics.
it.
With drinking,
I don't know. I stopped
it
myself. before I
becomes
get
like
there, so.
a game, a challenge. I mean, I just went to Vegas last week and I took some time off from drinking, and before I know it, I'm getting thrown
Vegas?
out for being naked in the pool,
Aw.
and we're in the adult pool.
They just don't appreciate your
Thought
good
this was
stuff.
allowed. Yeah.
I'm
I'll
like,
do it.
Stop
I
it,
have
Chuck.
everything
Not
tattooed,
bottomless.
including the dick and balls. Like, can't I be excluded from being kicked out if I get naked? Everyone
Nope.
wants me to be naked anyway. I went
I'm
back
going to beg to differ. The
I
people
went-
kicking you out did not want you to be naked, sir. I'm just going to go ahead and say that as,
There was
as
a
like a
cat.
thing.
There was a cat.
Our driver.
There was this one lady
They
who did
warned
not
you,
like
Chuck,
penis.
beforehand.
That's the
Though
bus
Seth
stop.
said that they didn't
Look at
warn
the
you,
green shirt.
and MDM said
He's
they
got his
warned you
bag
once.
right there by his
They
keys,
didn't-
right before me.
They didn't warn me. I didn't get a warning, which is why we decided to like raise our voices and up the ante because they
A warning.
immediately
You're lucky
checked.
they
That
didn't
never
arrest
works in
you and give you a
Vegas.
sex harassment charge where you have to introduce yourself to the neighbors for the next 38 years. You got off lucky. You ever try to take a piss in a park and see a ranger? It's the most terrifying thing in your life. You're gonna be meeting your neighbors for everywhere you go for the next 50 years because they think you touch little
How
fucking
are
kids
you?
because you took a leak in a goddamn park. I'm a big fan of keeping your junk in your fucking pants unless somebody's getting it out for you and you're alone.
But also, when you gotta go, you gotta go. I'm big on the sayings
It's
too.
worth it. It's worth it. It's worth
You
it.
don't
I'm
wanna-
gonna call risk versus reward
Yeah.
type of situation.
That gray area.
Just, I'm gonna let
But,
that.
but like I like it was nice because I was also on acid, so that calmed me down when they were ready to like.
Right now.
Yeah, that's what I do to calm down too, bro. Okay. Okay.
Get to go.
Just 5 tabs.
What?
Calm down.
Yeah, simmer down, have some acid, binge drink tequila, and go to Mexico.
The views of others are not necessarily expressed by Tattoo 101 Collecting.
Where can we find people in
You want to
California?
try that again?
Do they sell the mushroom chocolates in California?
Chocolate?
Very few places do. It's technically illegal.
Technically.
But I've encountered a dispensary or two that has.
Washington and Oregon.
So can't you buy them in that one place where you can buy all drugs? Portland? Can't you buy anything in Portland now?
I
Yeah,
don't
pretty
I'm
much.
not sure.
I gotta go to Portland. I gotta
Street.
stock up on hallucinogens. Anyway.
Yeah, they have the mushroom tea and mushroom chocolate.
Do not. That's excellent.
Yeah, Mushroom
You can pull in
Thursday.
and turn
So this
right
weekend
I
we
did.
had
in there.
the Akron show.
Yes, Akron show.
Should we pull up the footage?
We do
You
have
got
a
footage?
shit
We
got it
ton
ready
of
already?
footage.
It's
It's
pulled
just
up.
sitting there.
Let's
Look
see
at
it.
that, right behind us.
What? On a giant fucking screen right behind us?
Yep, yep.
Now I feel like I should look at it, but I don't want to because I don't make
Well,
money.
guess what? You can look at it
right there. Don't do it.
I like it.
No, that's
Yeah.
well, that's Indy. But that's Akron. I'm tripping.
That's Akron.
Yeah. This is like a few days ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a
It
great
was
show.
so nice to see you guys out there killing it. I always love you guys' setup. Nice, wide open, everybody hanging out loud. I love it. You guys are always a blast.
Let it all hang out.
Not you. Not you.
Hang in, maybe.
You need to start hanging in. Secure
I
that
mean,
hammock a little, sir.
It depends. It
Grab
depends.
that water.
I'll be right back. Give me a sec.
Kyle was making fun of my commentary as I'm going around talking to people.
You just make little noises at people. It's great.
We're like,
For sure.
you nailed it. That's exactly the noise I make.
It only took a couple clips to figure it out.
They're just pleasant noises, you know. Same.
Wait a minute, where's my bag?
That's what I do.
I'm trying at least.
How was it hanging out and getting to watch Phil for a little bit this weekend?
It was great. I
Yeah.
thought, yeah. He's a great guy. And then he came over to the booth later and ripped the charger out of my phone and tried to plug his phone in.
He's kind of got that right.
He's kind of the man. That's
Yeah.
all
I
right.
feel like I'm blocking the screen. I should lay on the floor.
You're
Well,
good.
please don't.
Yeah,
Man,
no,
It's
all right.
big enough that you're not going to.
What's on the cart?
But yeah, watching his process was real great.
It's funny. We were talking about like bio artists and stuff. And I was like, Phil does bio, right? Kyle was like, no. I was like, let's go.
Let's go. It's always like exciting. Like that's also one of my things is to go when my friends are like, I have an appointment with Nick Baxter. What should I get? And my brain is like, what have I not seen from him? Like black and gray biomech. You know what I mean? Like something way out of.
See, I'm the opposite. I'm like, do what you do the best and the biggest and the boldest and I'd rather have them lean in their comfort zone because give me that fire.
Yeah, there's that too. Definitely that too.
Like, I don't want to see Jesse Smith do a big traditional tattoo. I want to see him do some crazy squirrel. I don't want to see Jesse Smith do some big traditional anchor, and I want to see him do a big crazy squirrel holding that climbing tree.
Right.
That's what Jesse Smith does.
That's a good point too. That's definitely.
Or even just going and be like, well, what is it that you want to try? You know, like what's on the list of things you want to do right now?
Yeah, that's also another one. Like I've got some stuff by like Mike Cole, and I was like, I know you do the shapy, crazy glory
Isometric.
Yeah, what do you would you call it?
Tony.
Isometric.
Casey
Isometric
Shrapey, you had it
grid.
right the first time.
Yep. Here's Tony. This is Tony's back piece. We had Tony on a few weeks ago.
That
The other
Houdini piece
Tony.
is pretty cool.
Tony's
My
the
buddy's
man.
a magician, and I snapped a
I
few
get
shots
so
of that and sent
excited
him to him.
anytime I
He's
see
like,
him
"That's
at a
fucking
convention."
sweet."
And that was Mike
Fire.
Chambers did that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I got a piece from him too, next to some bio, just for the class.
Contrast of life. Oh, that booth was really cool. Had a lot of bright stuff on it.
I don't see my back. I don't see my back.
I think
No.
Tony really did a nice job
Go,
putting the
please,
show
go.
together.
You wanna
There
go?
were a lot of really talented artists there.
It was really well put together.
There's our
Hey,
station.
look at us,
Looking
just
like grown-ups
being.
holding the fort down. There's Jay. Oh, we should have shot Jay the link to join us today. I didn't think about
I
it.
did.
I can
There's still
send it to him.
time. There's still
There's
time.
Jeremy
I
looking at
sent
Jay's
Jay a link.
armpit.
Todd sent Jay a link.
Thanks, Todd.
Good job, Todd. Proud of you.
Oh yeah, there's that rib.
There may or may not be a lot of bio in this.
Best part of the show, Todd and I went and got Chinese buffet. It was delicious. It's
What you brought me
delicious.
was good.
Live. I feel bad because you guys had to have the travel food. Like it was for cheap buffet food. It was delicious.
Look at Phil up there. He even got in the competition with us.
Nobody got
Wicked
sick
fun.
either, right?
I didn't know I was even getting signed up. And then they were just like, "You're in the biomech competition." I'm like, "Oh, cool. All right."
Oh yeah.
I'm getting
Yeah,
in.
everyone got
Yeah,
signed
yeah.
up.
My left armpit took second. Jay took first. I took second.
It's in there.
I was gonna do some stuff on Sunday, but the people that were gonna go through with me abandoned me. So
Yeah.
I didn't want to go by myself.
Abandoned.
So I just
There I am, topless world. It
Oh,
happens.
hey.
Sorry, guys.
Why are you apologizing? Look at those sweet tattoos.
Well,
You say sorry,
got
and then we
armpits.
were filming it, and you're like, well, you're going to forget the lake? Come on.
But wait, there's more.
You're like, you can't pan away yet. I haven't shown everything.
Nice.
There's Jeremy.
That healed
Smith.
real well,
Man,
man.
Adam's
Looks good.
crushing it on that piece.
Looks
Got
real
one
good.
more
It's kinda
session and
nice
then
that
I'll
they-
be finished up.
Yeah, it's kind of nice that you guys have been working on it here at the studio because we've got to see the progress.
That and homie time.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
But to actually see the evolution is
I mean,
a
your
little bit
tattoo's cool,
different
too.
than like just seeing like the sketch and the finished drawing. You get to see
Absolutely.
the progress at all.
Seeing those middle steps.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm stoked for September to get it all finished. I mean, I am, but I'm not because we got to go in the back of my head again. That shit was not fun at all. It was so bad.
Yeah.
So bad.
Oh,
I can be here for moral support. That's
Yeah, you were
about it.
trooping it out though, man. 2 days on your neck.
Yeah, thanks, man. I'm trying to see when. I don't know what day.
Lightning fast is going to be a requirement for my neck. Like, hey, you know what you do? Do it really fast.
neck's not as bad as you think it is, though.
Todd, I hear the words you're saying, but we've met. You know I'm squeamish.
We all know it's fine. All right, back to the next shot.
Where are we going? Are we going to the Cove or what?
We got a call for an Uber to do that.
I love his beard. Can we just all talk about it for a second?
It was a very nice
Tony's beard?
Yeah. He like tucks it in his mouth to show his tattoos. It makes me laugh.
I need to tell. I don't even know what Jake, me and Adam have.
I would aspire to,
All right, let's. Are we going to the thing?
Yeah,
but I don't think I have the patience
I do not.
because it would take a lot of patience to grow it that long.
Yeah.
I
Because
tried.
you'd have to trim it to like get it to grow longer. You'd have to worry about those dead ends.
I tried to grow my
Like
hair
I'm
out.
sure just
Oh,
like
man,
growing
I
your hair.
didn't
that
see
week,
that
like,
one.
I didn't make it 4 weeks, bro. I was like, hey, touch me up. Like, leave my sides out.
So where's Mission Beach? About Mission Beach.
What comp was this, Kyle?
Biomech.
Biomech.
Best Biomech.
Way to be specific, Kyle.
What? Well, what else? What else
That's
do you
it.
want me to
Just
say?
saying.
Where's Mission? Hold on.
Hold on.
I could not put the Biomech competition in. We have our biases on this podcast.
We have
We
our
do.
biases.
Yeah.
We do.
Coronado
You guys
Beach
have
is one of the
biases.
best beaches in the
And that's why this video is here.
I mean, we being like each one of us, we
Yeah.
all have like our own personal preferences and tastes. Like we're all definitely biased.
Yeah, I prefer tattoos.
I prefer tattoos as well.
Yeah.
Let's go to Mission Beach.
You know, some
So,
people
yeah.
want like dick tattoos on their face, and some don't.
Yeah,
I mean,
I like these bio ones.
I'm a big
But-
fan of to each their own.
I love when there's
How,
competitions, bio competitions like this, and there's more than 3 or 4 people. When you show up and there's like just a handful, it was fun that we had so many collectors up there showing off
Yeah.
together.
There's second place.
Nice job, guy. The one and only.
Fantastic. In second place.
I'm surprised Jay didn't take. Oh, Jay did take
Jay
this.
did take
Oh,
it.
Right. I was
wait.
like,
Oh,
I had that.
This guy.
There's Ben.
oh,
Chilling
There's
in the wicked
Ben.
fast food.
That's what
That's not the wicked.
No,
fast
that's
food.
Oh no,
outside.
you were outside the wicked.
That's it.
Chilling outside the wicked fast
Yes,
food.
yes. I was in the crowd
Very
watching the bio
good.
competition.
Oh, there's
Where's
Anton's
Ben
piece. This turned out so nice.
That was a
Dude,
beautiful
the thing
piece.
was
Oh,
amazing.
at that.
nicely done.
Boom.
Look
You
at
happen to
you.
see
Perfect. I did it with Phil's too. If you saw that,
You're the
There's that
best.
ugly guy on the
you get
screen.
those shots. I'll put them together like that.
I got you.
Boom.
We'll trim this out and send it to you,
Teamwork,
Because that's sweet.
Yeah, I was bad at catching.
I'll
those.
make
I
Kyle
tried to
flip
get
it and
another
send it
one
to
at
you.
Phil's, and then he had his glove on his hand. I was too late.
They probably would have taken it off and given you a nice shot if you
I
asked.
didn't want to be like, yeah, do you want to take off the glove after you just got blasted all day? So,
That's what I always ask. Can I take off this glove after you just got
Taking the
blasted all day?
next time,
Got some
I was trying to be
Elvis.
polite.
They had Elvis impersonator.
It was
Bro.
actually
Guys,
pretty
there's-
good.
Bro, until he's saying Sweet
Um,
Caroline.
Well,
You can't sing non-Elvis songs if you're fucking Elvis. Do you know how big of a catalog Elvis has?
that's true.
Yeah.
But like, think about
Boys
people that
playing
don't
with
like
that
Elvis.
Bro, he was singing a lot of crowd favorites, and it was kind of like LV.
You ain't know.
so spoiled
You
to be
couldn't
right
do a
there by
45-minute
the stage
set
with
of
it.
Elvis songs.
I think he had 15 minutes, bud. And half of his songs were not Elvis.
Oh my god.
Now, he was a decent non-Elvis singing Elvis.
Ben's really upset that he was singing non-Elvis
I
songs.
don't even like
He did a
Elvis, and
great
it-
job. Everything
Yep.
was great.
Yep.
He did do a good
He
job.
was wonderful.
That's not the point though.
He was amazing.
And
He
he
was
just-
he was really good at what he did. Absolutely, 100%.
There are a lot of
Sing
things that
Elvis.
was bugging Ben.
Sing Elvis song. Mainly just you, Kyle.
Just me.
Just
Mainly
Kyle.
just you. And you're
What about the first annual?
first. Oh my God. Okay, so the announcer kept saying the first annual Rubber City Tattoo Convention. You can't have a first fucking annual. An annual means it's happening again.
That was just
You can have the first show. You can have the first time, the first of many. We're planning on making this an annual event. These are all words that are acceptable to use when describing a time frame.
Now, hold on. You could say first annual if they had it last year. But they
Did not first show ever.
First year?
So they should have just said the
Next
first,
year would be the first annual because it would be the second year.
the second year.
T-Dub
think
understands
annual that was
English,
implying that it will
whereas
happen
the
again.
gentleman that's job was to speak it all weekend had this grasp of knowledge that was just fleeting.
So I just want to point out how good the show must have been.
That's the way
that this is
because
Ben's
that's
pet
letting
peeve.
you know
The
what
show was
happened.
amazing.
It was a great show.
It was a really good show.
Like-
Tony Urbanic put it on, and there like everything went so smoothly. We got
Yeah.
in
Loading was
fairly
great.
early Thursday. That was super smooth. It went from I don't know.
Load-in was great. Everybody that was there was in a super good mood. There was snacks for everybody as they were setting up. I mean, I'm talking chicken wings and like if you guys watched last week's episode,
The mozzarella
they
sticks?
rolled out
I
the
didn't have
red
any, but man, they look good.
carpet for
Yeah.
us. It was a super traditional heavy show, which I always enjoy. I favor the traditional stuff, obviously. And lots of coil machines. The room was buzzing like the old school
room was
convention.
Who won
Like,
it
the
just carried electric.
the tattoo machine Olympics?
I don't remember.
It'll
I was at the booth,
that's
but it's
coming
on.
I heard
It's
one
on.
of them. And then
I had
Rich
to sit
just
and
kept
watch stuff.
taking people. I heard Rich just overthrowing the whole competition the first couple rounds.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much.
Yeah.
That's how it went.
I couldn't
They
remember.
even made them like switch lanes because they were like, well, maybe there's a lane advantage, and there was not a lane
Yeah.
advantage.
There was just one really good one.
Yeah.
I didn't get to watch it at all, so I was really hoping to watch it.
I didn't see the second one. We were downstairs smoking at that point.
Well, someone had
Um,
to stay at the booth while you guys were off, filming.
I do have
It
to
was
say
like a bunch of
that-
background noise for me because I was just tattooing the whole time and I'm right next to the stage and I just keep hearing people yell. He did it! Lane won. I couldn't remember who won the whole competition.
One of my
I did-
favorite things all weekend was whenever the MC wasn't doing great, you just got Havoc yelling and you can hear him anywhere in the room. On the other side of the whole convention, I can hear it. And I'm like, yep.
You hear him across the convention, jitterbugs, bed bugs,
Yeah.
sunburn, jitterbugs. Yeah.
It was a blast.
Right up
I
and
love
down
Havoc.
with the
Yeah.
board.
32 joints, is that enough?
No. I'm gonna go with option C. No.
Across body.
There was so much good work there.
It was.
We got some good
For a small
flavorful
show,
stuff
too.
out here in California from the dispensary too.
Well, why don't you share with us what you're imbibing?
Oh,
We got
Yeah, what is
that?
Talk to us, baby.
check this out.
Thank
I
you.
got some Garcia brand hand picked. So I had to try that out. And it's got lyrics
nice.
on the sheets on the inside of the box.
Nice.
Pretty good. It's called 6 Cents. And then we got something called
Wait,
New
you're gonna see
Mexico
dead people.
Badlands.
Mexico
Look at-
Badlands.
Tie-dyed lid.
Nice. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Uncle Boys
And
has
then we
got
got
his
some-
store down there now.
They got real
We
fancy
split in San
packaging out
Diego.
there.
Put this around.
Living soil smalls.
Yeah, look at this.
I don't know if I can-
It's
You just reminded me of a joke.
Hit me with it.
Here we
What do
go.
the movie Sixth Sense and Titanic have in common?
See,
I
dead
see
people.
dead people.
Good.
These are
Real
diamond
nice.
crusted
Real nice.
living soil.
Oh, they're so fucking lovely. They smell so good.
Oh,
You can like pick them up and eat them. They're like pieces of candy.
I would. I'm that guy.
Oh, look
Look
at
at
that.
that.
Mm.
Like rolled in keef.
Yeah, and then diamonds, crushed diamonds.
$3,800 later.
Honestly,
No,
it
it's
wasn't-
not.
you know
It's not
what?
expensive out there.
It
The
is expensive,
dispensaries
but I
here are
asked
way
them-
more expensive than California.
That's these
I
$60
got away with
$60
5
out there,
grams
they're
for
like-
$100.
$60
much are
eighths,
they?
you say, sir?
This was a $60 eighth, but they had buy one get one for $1, so it was $61 per
Okay,
quarter. So, I was
$30.
all of, well, I mean, that was the special. They're marked for $60.
Well, that's the top shelf too. Like if you
Right,
get
right. No, I'm with
yeah.
you. I'm with you.
But that's what I thought was crazy. I'm like, damn, that's expensive like Ohio, $60 an eighth.
I will take that deal.
It's not
Thank you.
everywhere though anymore.
Yeah.
But they'll let you buy more than 2.8 grams, I'm sure.
No, it's a full 3.5.
But
No,
say-
no, no. I mean,
this
here
was the
you're only
piece
allowed
that,
to buy like
Mohawk
2.8
Jesse was
grams at
working on,
once.
right?
Yeah, I went all weekend.
Yeah, it was super nice.
Yeah.
Top goes the least. Damn.
Exactly. It's mission B.
Yeah, that Mohawk piece was badass.
Yeah.
It's 15
Yep.
minutes late and you're on a screw. That's drop.
Yep.
Indica.
Huh?
7 months.
Todd, what are you smoking?
Oh, what are we doing? Riding scooters?
We can't.
Here's orange soda.
That's the thing that I don't like.
Todd
When we
only
went-
smokes Jeters now.
Magic, we couldn't-
Next time we get together, I want you to bring me one of those.
Like that thing stayed
I'll pay
running
you for it.
Is why we were in
I haven't tried
dispensary.
one of those yet.
Did you say orange? Did he say orange soda?
No, they're Jeters.
Yeah.
Yeah, orange
What?
soda
Wow.
Jeters.
Yes.
It's like all like diamondy and rolled in keef. And,
Nice.
What did you say, Jeters?
yeah, Jeter. Yeah.
Something about that, and I was told to try to find that out here, and I did not see anything. I heard I heard those are fucking fire.
Yeah,
Good.
Todd made us
Todd
smoke
also
one with
never
him in
eat?
Akron, and we all almost died. I supported the choice. Don't get me wrong, but it was a lot.
He kept saying the whole time that we were smoking that there was a whole gram of diamonds in it. So he was like actively reminding us what we were consuming while we
Still
were consuming
was just
it.
kind of like that's a
It
lot.
was too much.
I was
Snuck up on you.
I was pretty high.
Grabbed you right
I'll
by
throw
the
it out
boo-boo.
there. I don't know. I mean, there's only so much boo boo to grab. There's only a level, that I can achieve. Then I just go to sleep, But
That's fair.
yeah, it was fine. It was fine. We stayed awake. I say that was mission accomplished.
Yeah.
If I don't take a
You
nap,
podcasted?
did I?
We did.
Whew. Wait, I did a show?
That answered it.
No, it was a good show too. It was nice to have people popping in and out and scan the crowd. And
It was pretty cool that Tony had
Look at
so
Todd
much
with no
space
clothes
for
on.
us too.
he was like,
I
set up on the stage.
Yeah, well, when we first got there, he set us up on the stage, and then when I was like, "All right, well, where are we setting up for the day?" And I thought we were just gonna have like a little corner for our table and equipment. He had a double booth set aside for us. That
There
was
you
pretty
go.
rad. So we got to like
Carpet.
sprawl out. I don't know if I'm sure it's up, but they did like a wrap up show from the booth, and Tony and the machine builders.
It is on
breakdown.
YouTube.
They did the
I
mimosas
listened to
and
pieces of it. Yeah, it was a great little conversation.
It was
Just
good.
got
I was
the
getting
people
pierced
popping in
during
and out.
that.
But it turned out so good. And like, I didn't know anytime I go to one of these events with like reinventing, I never really know what I'm getting myself into, but it's always fun. It's always fun. We always get to nerd out with other people with their technology. We got Kyle.
And Gabe.
Kyle doing Kyle
and
stuff.
Gabe.
This is the Tattoo Machine Olympics.
Yep. I feel like I was just getting to the part where I think me and you and Gabe like held down the Machine Olympics. We got like all the angles
Mhm.
right. The
Yeah.
Talk to me
computer
about
We
was
got Adam in there too, getting some pics.
Talk to me about the angles.
the angles.
Well, you're about to learn the angles, son.
Well, first of all, you got to go get the right piece of hardware.
It's a mile away. I know.
That took a hard turn.
7 miles away. We can either 30 people get scooters.
Don't scooter.
I mean,
Don't scooter. I don't want you to die. Green cable's fucked up and I was forgetting. Don't scooter and podcast. I don't want you to die.
could ask him to take us. How much? Yeah. We want to go to Mission
Wow.
Beach. Is that too far? How far is it, dude?
7 miles.
I love that they're taking us with them.
We need to just go.
We get to go on the adventure.
I love it.
It's like an hour and a half.
Where those babies go.
It's a big part of it.
I'm not really gonna sit here and watch this guy, right?
Yes, all of it, Tony.
You don't have to actively watch this.
It can just be background
It's
fuzz.
yeah, it's just we'll probably just leave the video again when it's done. There's
Hi,
only
brother.
half an hour on there.
Right there.
Oh, sweet.
Boom. Look at all the fun.
Oh, rickshaw madness.
Hey, what do you call a pirate who pees on people?
I don't know, Tony.
Kelly.
Nice.
I was like, yes.
Say we can't take a scooter. We're gonna go to Mission Beach. We got to Uber.
Are you guys seriously taking scooters to the beach?
I think they're getting someone to do a little bicycle ride.
Okay, I'm going to start offering my services as a convention assistant And just get me there. I'll do all the things for you. And
You know what, Ben? I feel like you and I are both pretty dependable in that role, being the person that just rolls up with a big enough vehicle to fit everybody in, and like whatever we end up getting ourselves into, we got a way to get ourselves out of it.
who brought
Pay
cash?
me to do that too. It'll be epic. From New York.
Like the convention liaison.
Liaison.
Yes, yes.
Convention liaison.
They got it.
I've
for
often
50
talked
they
about
got
being
it
a
for
tattoo
Vegas.
liaison.
For 5 people, it's
Why
$6.
not? You know?
I mean, that's why I said if we all throw them 10, 20 bucks at the end of the day, it covers everything.
Fuck is a C4.
You know what I mean?
That's honestly what I do in New York. It's like if you're cool in the tattoo scene, whatever, come to New York, crash with me, and let's go party. You know?
Nice.
I understand the tornado beat, but like when I pulled that up,
I haven't been to New York forever.
everybody. We'll be on the phone.
You too.
I mean, like, there's nothing like an excuse to go to like the really good places, you know?
I'm realizing that conventions are an excuse to go to some cool places. I'm probably going to
That's
start
the whole-
soaking that in a little bit.
What cool place
Bundle
did you
it
go
in.
to?
Yeah.
Other than Akron? You mean the
Waterfalls?
motherfucking waterfalls?
Yeah.
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 I should have put some clips together of that.
I was
Oh man, I
waterfalling
got
it
so
up.
many Hobbit shots of Kyle. Like, we didn't know this, but Kyle is like a Hobbit. He's like a tall Hobbit. We had no idea.
Well, now you have to pull them up.
Just
we,
from the
Yeah, just the way he's like climbing and crouching over
we
things.
chased some waterfalls like TLC.
because like
Mhm.
I chase
They
the
said to
shade
don't do
too because I don't
Well-
like sunscreen, and since my whole body is tattoo, like, and I don't like sunscreen, I'm like my friends call me like a crab. They're like, you shuttle from shade to shade, like a crab. Just and I'm like,
Where
"Hey,
we were
as
surrounded
long
by
as
like
I'm not burned, it works. And
we were
it's
surrounded by like such deep ravines, and the trees were so thick that like we just had like little breaks of sun casting through. So that's another reason this is one of my favorite places to go, because like you literally don't have to worry about sunblock. You can just explore.
yeah, I'm like, I'm thinking about getting 10 acres of just woodland in like New York, like 50 miles from New York City, just for like, I want to live outside. I'm like, I'm over the amenities.
Chuck needs a tree house. He needs a tree house with a hammock, and he's set.
Yeah, I prefer that. My dog prefers outdoor living. You know, I got to sell like a couple more like Nirvana records, but I mean, like, if you have 10 acres and then you have like
Oh.
maybe,
It's the wacky waving inflatable arm flailing tube man.
Oh, the
It's so
things
wacky,
you'll
but
see.
it's
Look at the people
incredible.
dancing. It's
Man.
fantastic.
you get
Is that Anton
an RV
dancing
right
with
next
it?
to the campsite, and I'll sleep on the floor instead outside, like instead of the queen size bed. Like I don't know. Some people are just
It's the wacky waving.
The wacky
inflatable
wavy
arm.
inflatable arm
Wacky.
tube man.
wacky.
$100 for somebody to bend him over and twerk with him. I'm kidding, because you guys will expect me to pay.
Yeah, they'll hold you to
We
it.
just want to see you guys twerk with it.
Twerk, baby, twerk, baby. 1, 2, 3.
Kyle, this is working out great. I really like the footage being behind us.
I really feel like I'm right in
And
the
you
middle
don't
of the
have to
fucking
mess
playback.
with the camera the whole time. It just does it on its own.
I like it.
Good job, Kyle.
And then Ben, no, it's right.
Way to not suck at your job
Thanks.
this time.
This time.
Give it a minute.
So
Like now when you're on your phone.
Kyle
I'm
got
He's
pulling up
downloading
images
pictures.
to put on the screen because the ones Ben sent me didn't work.
come on, intern, get with it.
I sent you pictures. Use them.
Tony,
and I'm
you
pulling up
you
more-
might not know this yet, but Kyle gets fired at least 6 or 7 times every
Yep.
episode.
Yeah.
It's a real problem.
It's kind of a reoccurring bit.
I can appreciate that.
He drops the ball. We yell.
Then he catches it.
We tell him we still love him, but he sucks at his job.
Uh-oh, look.
What's going on? What's going on?
Looking fast skincare. Fawn, do you want to send some
Their stuff's
Hobbit pictures to the tattoo
amazing.
collecting Instagram?
Yes, I can.
What?
Mine weren't good enough.
I
You
think
don't
he just
have the
wants to
Hobbit
show them
pictures.
off.
Fuck you, Kyle.
I loved your pictures, Ben.
Remember how you used to think someone was cool and then you got to know him?
Here's the thing: is you've got much different angles than me, so I'm using them all.
I know. My angles are great.
We all have different priorities.
My angles are great.
They are beautiful angles. I'll tell you that.
Kyle loves my angles.
You know when we should do this is right in the middle of the podcast.
That's the best time to do it.
Well,
We got 3
we didn't
hours
think
to
of it
kill,
before.
Tony. What the fuck are you talking about?
We have
Yeah, we're
plenty
gonna
of
do it
time.
right now. You hear us still having this joyful banter between us?
Like I just want to sit here and start.
There we
thinking of
go.
more dad jokes.
There they are,
You
Kyle.
guys are on your
Show
phones.
them off.
Rip them. Rip them.
One of them's a video. You got to share the video.
Show that video.
It's Kyle hobbiting in real life, live action.
If Kyle was a hobbit, he would look like this. Traveling the woods on his hands and fists.
It's very accurate. Wait till you see. Just wait till you see. Oh man.
Oh, look at that angle.
Yeah, it's one of those Ben angles.
That's
baby.
such a pretty angle.
Do you remember that time you thought you were lost? And I was like,
No.
if you're going upstream, you're
I
going
never
the right
thought I was
way.
lost.
I got it. I got it.
Notice you did not receive a phone call from me wondering if we were lost. Ah, Kyle, warn somebody, man.
Sorry.
Right? Out of spot.
So here's the first place I almost died, and here's the second. There's a third spot I almost died coming up here in a little bit. They're like, oh, don't worry,
Clown on the screen or it's not.
There you go.
you'll fit. I broke a boulder, guys. I broke a fucking boulder. Just standing there, boulder was like, don't want to
Dude,
exist.
I had one break on me too. It like it was like a little under the water and it just went slipped in.
You said slipped. I broke. It made me feel large and in charge. Just saying.
That is how you do it.
Kyle in his Schmiegel pose.
In the Irish pub? No.
So we hiked to this bright and early in the morning.
I got this guy. I like this one.
Dude, is that a tree?
Yeah, it is. But it's like a little
Whoa.
bird sloth monster.
Yeah. Good job.
All this time, I just thought it was a tree. That's why I'm not an artist, guys. Because you see bird sloth monster, and I'm like,
It's
that's
a tree.
firewood.
It is a
Like,
tree.
we should cup that.
Look at
up.
this.
Keep
Look
us
at that
alone.
guy.
Mushrooms.
Is that a
all
fun
free.
guy?
That's like an entire like mountain
That's a good
range.
one.
up
I'd
in the
love to
air.
hang out with that dude.
Ah, fun.
He's a fun guy.
I see what you did there.
The fungus among us.
Dude, that is a lot. Why is the fungus so good to us?
So that was our Sunday activities. Then we went back to the convention, smelling like creek water. No, I'm kidding. I bathed. It was amazing. It was relaxing. I got to ground and earth and
Yeah.
water all in once.
Everybody was worried about like hiking shoes and appropriate footwear, but it was clearly barefoot.
I wish I would have had my water shoes.
I've never
fine.
been waterfall chasing before, so
Yeah.
that was fun.
You know what?
My-
It's
Really?
My
really
water
hard.
mucks.
California, this was something
I
you
was an
would've done?
I was an indoor kid. I
Oh, Kyle.
almost never went outside.
Well-
I just recently started going outside.
Kyle, let me formally welcome you to the nature.
Bud.
Yes, with open arms. Everything is better.
I've been trying to go
And then-
outside.
Cheers.
Cheers.
I'll have a drink with you.
I mean, mine's coffee, but it's still.
Ginger beer.
Are they still muted? They're not muted, right?
No,
Because I haven't heard Jeremy in a while.
doesn't say.
Because he's
muted.
wicked fast.
There he is.
Yeah, he's there.
That was quick.
No, then we're
Go
just
to the
talking
shop
shit.
with you, Jeremy.
Y'all had a quick drink. We're waiting for the Uber to go to the beach. We're going to Mission Beach. I guess there's a roller coaster and there's a bunch of head shops and stuff right there on the strip, right on the water. So
Yeah.
that's what
Yeah,
That
you'll have a good
sounds
time down
like
there.
a blast. You guys be safe while you're there, man. Have fun.
What is it? It's 3 hours ahead. So what is it? Like 4 o'clock there?
Yeah, try and go to Tijuana.
3 hours behind. Oh yeah, behind.
Chuck really wants you guys to go to Tijuana.
He's just gonna text him a list once they're
I'm
there.
an enabler. And if you haven't learned
He's
that,
tracking the location once he sees it.
Everybody
And then
doesn't have
there's
passports to get back in. So
No, listen, I love San Diego. San Diego is fucking amazing too. San Diego is great. But
Never been.
but Tijuana.
He said, but Mexico.
Yeah,
Let me
Tijuana. I mean, like they cater. Listen, there's a million
Linda.
better places in Mexico to go than Tijuana. But like when you're by San Diego and that's the closest entry to be a fucking tourist, like you want ice cream, you go to the ice cream store and you walk out with Oxys. It's like
That's not. I would just get ice cream, bud.
just the.
I'm a butter pecan guy, not a hospital.
You know what? I just got butter
Of
pecan
course,
ice
no,
cream.
but
I would
it's
murder
like
me.
a euphemism. I mean, I did it.
Euphemism.
It's a euphemism, but like I did it like years ago. I'm good now, but like,
Don't talk like that.
I'm getting a speech impediment just remembering what I did in Mexico.
It shucks you back.
Nah, yeah, I
Baby,
wanna
come
go back. It's cheap. It's good. It's fun. It's you know the tequila flows like water.
Yeah, but I can't get back in.
We are.
Do you know any coyotes that can get them back in once they're
I unfortunately don't. I'm sorry. I wish I did.
if you got an enhanced
I mean,
license, you can go back and forth.
now do you only need an ID to go across and back?
Yeah, you can walk back and forth.
Enhanced license.
You don't need a passport to walk back and forth.
No, if you got an enhanced license, you can go back and forth.
No one can hear you, Todd.
Todd, did you just say you can get a hand job in Mexico and then walk back?
Yeah.
No,
Yes.
enhanced license.
We leave Monday.
If you've got the federal ID, is that what you're saying?
I
The
do.
new-
have
the new.
They
Got the
do.
enhanced license?
Ah,
That's all you need.
Mexico is not like America. Like they will let you in if you
it's back. They're worried about, bud.
backwards.
It's the America part they're worried
Yeah.
about. No one doubts they can
But
get
if you
it.
got an enhanced license, you
They
can
don't
go
let you
back.
back.
Why would you want to go back once?
I mean, you can
I
come
mean,
back.
day jobs and shit, you know, like
See, mine's
careers and stuff. Not for federal ID.
I mean, I guess I would have to have a passport. Yes, I don't know.
I'm just saying the place to receive this information probably isn't the gaggle of stoners hovered around the screen right now. I would
The
heavily
I live next
suggest
to the border, so
some
I
sort
know.
of formal
US
paperwork,
government.
or maybe just a web page or Google, or
Like-
you know, I would
like-
start somewhere other than us
immigration.
before you fucking wing it in another country. I just
You
I
know
feel like I
what?
need to
Winging
get disclaimers
it
tonight.
in another country is
Immigration.gov probably has a lot of information in it.
Double check so we can make sure we can go to Tijuana.
We definitely want.
Next week, you're
listen.
going to join us from Tijuana.
I don't think border control is gonna take one look at y'all and be like, they're gonna get
Wait a
fucked
minute.
up and do drugs.
Take them back.
Stop.
Just take 'em back.
Stop. Rewind. Rewind about 15 seconds. Start that again.
They're coming. They're like, why you coming to Tijuana? Like, look at it.
No. Go
We're
back
here to have a good
4 seconds
time.
from that. Go back.
We're just coming to party. That's it.
Start with the word border.
Yeah,
Yeah, what
Start
else
But
with
is
the
there
like-
to do?
border.
like, yeah, you're just here to party. That's it for a couple days. No,
Or a couple kilos of cocaine.
no.
The
what-
views of
listen,
others are not exactly the views of Tattoo
Okay.
101 collecting.
my advice is to not bring anything back with you because
Do the drugs there.
yes,
Don't even bring your wallet back.
That's
I mean,
my
don't do
only
drugs,
advice.
kids. Don't. Wait,
Do
wait.
it
we
all
don't show this to
before you come
Do we
back.
have a PG rating? Do we got?
Yeah, it's not. It's not.
All right.
You're good.
Listen, I got left behind in Tijuana. I'm like,
wonder
yeah,
why.
like leave it there.
Somehow I
Do
just
it.
see that. Like, you
I
know,
can't
like
see that
somehow
either.
that
Do it
just
all.
fucking
Don't
makes
leave it.
sense to
Wait,
me, bro.
hold on.
Don't
Jeremy's got a
throw it
question.
away. Just do it and then go and come back quickly.
All right, Jeremy, what's your question?
I don't remember.
Nah, go. It'll be fun.
How readily available is peyote down in Tijuana? That's my
Again,
You act like you're there.
the gapless stoners
It's
around
not.
the
It's
computers.
not.
I
It's
still
not.
think you might
not
be
that
better off with
available.
Google there, bud.
I tried.
That one's like a
Listen.
Quora answer kind of thing, you know, or Yahoo.
What you need
I
to do is
tried.
go to your
Arizona to
Instagram
get
and
that.
or Facebook page and Google anybody you know that lives near there.
So
The
I'm
problem with
Hey,
peyote,
man, you got some peyote?
peyote nubs take many years to grow. So it's
Very
not
accurate.
as easily accessible. So like when you go there, you got to find
Unless
like
somebody's
legit
been doing it for a
channels.
really long time.
You can't go to the ice cream shop and come out with peyote. You can get oxys, but not peyote.
What?
Like-
Only you, bud.
Yeah,
The rest of us
speaking
are
from
looking for at
experience,
the ice cream
like-
store. Like, I want ice cream from the ice cream store. Maybe
I
some
wanted
peyote.
ice cream. I
I'd
didn't
take
even
that
get
route,
ice
but
cream.
I'm
got
not trying to get Zanny barred in my fucking lunch sandwich, man. Like,
I'd
this does
already-
not sound like a good
I've
idea.
already thrown up from all you can drink tequila like 7
No,
hours.
I haven't.
before.
Did you not hear where I started with 2 drinks an hour every other hour? Man, like
Yeah,
I
but
just
Long Island, that'll wreck you too.
Island.
but
No,
look,
Long
but
Island.
Long Island.
No, you have to Long Guy.
Long Island.
Long
Yo,
Island.
I live on
Does it
Long
make you,
Island.
like-
I'm on Long Island right now, and I drink them, and I know it's a mishmash of
Chuck.
everything.
Chuck,
But how many
I'm just
ounces?
saying,
You never
if
said
we
how
ever
many
hang out,
ounces
I'll
every
probably
2
leave you at
hours.
the bar. I'm just saying.
How many ounces every 2 hours?
It depends on what we're drinking.
Long Island's.
0, because I will vomit on you after 2 ounces of Long Island.
No, I mean, I
kinds of fucking
understand.
liquor.
No, but
I'd be like, oh, what's this? Vomit.
I was the one you want to talk about Long Island.
Todd knows. I'm a binge
fun.
drinker.
I took
No.
a Long Island.
How many can you binge drink without the exorcist vomit? That's the goal.
That is such a personal question.
That's
I
the
would
goal.
say I can
To
binge
get to the
200
Take shots seems to be the one for
1272 of
me.
them.
Cheap double.
Yep.
See, I'm a 250 pound guy.
I have not
And
drank enough to
2
find my-
drinks is enough of anything is enough for me to be like, okay, guys, like I don't like where I'm at. Someone that drinks proficiently, it's not the same rate of comparison.
No, it depends where you at with your tolerance, because like right
Same
now,
with weed.
I had 2 beers today, and I haven't drank since Vegas because I drank to my heart's content. I drank
What was that
tequila.
4C thing you were drinking?
I drank tequila till I got naked and didn't care.
Yeah, but what was that 4C thing you were drinking?
Oh, that's superhuman performance for when I go to the gym. So,
The Joe, something Joe Rogan recommended?
nah.
This is so fun.
It's got all the powders that I put into my water.
Gotcha. So,
I'm trying to be like, how can you be really healthy with your
I know
body?
that part.
Girl, look at that body.
Sing it to me, dumb.
LMFAO.
Yeah.
How can you allow
LMFAO.
binge drinking and go to the gym every day and make it like semi workable?
Is that your penance? You're like, I binge drank, so now I'm going to go work out so I feel good about drinking.
Something like that? So
I am
like,
not a licensed psychologist, therapist, or any way, shape, or form, but I feel like that might be a pseudo unhealthy habit, my friend. You may want to consult someone that's not a stoner on a podcast.
you know
about
what
your
I
frequent
do?
binge drinking.
Well,
I love the emphasis of stoners on podcasts.
Because I love you.
Yeah. I agree. I don't
If you guys
talk
look,
about like personal
back.
shit with my friends. I talk
Cold
about it with
Smith.
like Elvis.
I can't
No.
walk.
I hear you, bud.
So here's the thing: when I'm out with my friends, I have fun, and that's it. And I keep it strictly to fun. But like,
You just told me your penis was out at the non-penis pool.
no,
The
it
last
was,
time you got drunk in
it was
Vegas.
it was the adult pool.
Did the adult pool have a get your penis out rule where it was acceptable for your genitals to be exposed to the public?
Was there anybody? Was there
mean,
any other male at the adult pool with their penis out?
Nah, I was the only one. But like,
Okay.
it's at the
That's
place
just showing
where you
off.
go to get drunk. Like,
Well, I'm just gonna end this with I love you. No matter what.
Now, were there topless women at this pool?
yes.
See, that's why it would be inappropriate for me to have my penis out.
It's
That's
at
where
one of
the
those,
conundrum
See,
begins.
wild-
Hold on. What did I just walk back on?
Yeah, you
I
know.
was just,
You know, in
I
Vegas.
was just talking about how good it felt that I could walk away and I didn't have to worry about the conversation. And I literally walk up to penis out.
Well, I mean,
Those are the first two words that I
We're
heard.
just trying to, go through some things and talk about Kuth.
I
And
thought I could trust the two of you.
we were doing
I thought you were
good.
steer the ship.
And it was great.
I was steering the ship
Blame
on.
it on me. I won't be
It,
here
it
anymore. So
went,
blame
it
it on
went
me.
to Mexico, to tequila, to Vegas, to nudity.
Do you know
And-
what kind of ship I'm trying to steer here? This is a cigarette boat with twin fucking turbo engines.
Clearly.
I'm a new
And
captain.
Clearly.
And one
I'm
of
just
them
trying
is
to not
chugging.
capsize this fucker.
I'm just doing the tag.
Navy and I had a stroke. So I'm just keep this place afloat.
Oh,
I made sure the video.
Todd's playing poker.
See,
Yeah.
seriously,
course.
I'm doing my
Of
job.
course.
Todd, how much money do you want tonight?
I haven't played today.
Yeah. Give him a couple minutes. But the thing is, like, isn't Vegas where you cut loose? Like, you see people get, like, yes,
No.
yes.
Do you
I mean,
know
yeah.
because the cops in Vegas are dicks?
Derb lives there. He doesn't cut loose.
No, you got to draw attention to yourself. Well, Chuck would do that to do it, but for most of us,
Like,
but Chuck
you
would cut
can
loose
get
in,
away
like,
with a lot
Oklahoma
in
City.
Vegas. Absolutely.
listen,
Hell yeah,
I toe
Oklahoma.
a line. Ask Todd.
Yes, sir.
I toe a line, and that's my mischievous. Like, let's see how far I could go. Like, am I gonna get like arrested or not? Like,
Chuck,
kind of,
Chuck, I will leave you at the bar.
Leave me at the bar. It's fine. Like the
I'm kidding, bud.
adventure.
I'd call you an Uber. I'd call you an Uber.
The adventure never
You're an Uber.
stops. It's like,
Jeremy, can you
what
hear us?
happens next?
What was that?
Hold on.
Can you hear us? I was just going to ask what kind of projects you guys have lined up this weekend.
I have my take on to do stuff for Sunday. And then me and Cody Gower are trying to do a collab, and also me and Ron Caldwell are also trying to book a collab for this weekend. I'm in the Akron Rotary booth. Antoine's in the Sullen booth, and then they're all in the 1807 Wicked Fast booth. So
Nice.
super stoked. It's been a really good trip so far, especially coming off of Akron. So I'm kind of interested to see, you know what I mean, how a show where it was all a bunch of people that we knew and a show that was highly anticipated and really went off well to a another first year show, but it being Villain Arts in a bigger city. So interested to see the dynamic between the two.
Villain Arts is at least a well-oiled machine, man. They know what they're getting into.
Yeah, they've kind of got it down to a science. Like it's cookie cutter, but it's also good for being cookie
It's-
cutter. You know what I mean?
You
Like
Yeah,
you
kind
know
of
what to
right.
have
expect
an
when you go to
idea
a
of
Villain Arts
what you're
event.
getting into. Like
Well,
Yeah.
Yeah.
they already have, they're established and
yeah, absolutely.
simple
There's-
knows.
And that's why there's not a huge problem doing a first year Villain Arts show. You know they're going to advertise. You know they do. You know a good saturation, billboards. They do the radio ads and all that. So I mean, usually they have a decent amount of traffic too, even for walk-ups. You know, and that's
Nice.
what it be. So, yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. We're actually pulling up to the beach now, so we'll be able to give you guys a better view.
See, the only,
San Diego, right?
and I would say the only bad thing, even though it's not bad about San Diego, is like it doesn't get super hot, so it's not going to be so hot that it drives people indoors to do stuff. But it's still going to be pretty warm this weekend, so people are going to be more prone to do stuff during the day. So you'll probably see a lot of foot traffic during the day, I would imagine.
It's gorgeous though. San Diego is damn.
Yeah,
It is.
like it's like when I lived there, I think in the 3 years I lived there, I don't think it ever got hotter than 85 degrees.
Yeah, that's what the guy that was telling us. The high while we're here, I think 78 and the low 68. I was like,
Yeah,
wow,
it's gorgeous.
so I'm like, I could ride my bike year round. This is the type of place I'd put 100,000 miles really fast.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, like when I lived there, like I would literally ride my skateboard everywhere I went. Like me and John Montgomery would hang out all the time a lot. And like other than that, I was on my skateboard. And like I said, within 20 minutes of anywhere on my skateboard, I could be at 15 different dispensaries and 15 different tattoo shops. And I could go to Mexico. I could go anywhere I wanted. It was
look at
See
a
the
great place to live.
longboarding to Mexico.
On my Godoy Brothers longboard.
Drop the names.
Damn, I'm feeling San Diego
Sorry, I
pains
didn't realize.
right now. Oof.
This is
Sushi.
Oof.
Sorry.
This is the ocean.
I don't want to be like.
I have a family in Santa Maria, and it was the first time I'd ever been to California. And you have this like image in your head of what you think California is going to be like.
Right.
And she just lived in like this most suburban, like normal ass, regular fucking neighborhood with nothing. And it was just kind of like, huh, I wanted beaches and palm trees. And I mean, they were there, but you know, not there.
That's a roller coaster to the right.
It was still a good time. We still natured. We're still-
I'd be very coastal for that.
Yeah. We took trips. We went to the beach. It was a good time.
Where the Lost Boys was filmed.
That's not
I
Santa
wouldn't
Monica.
mind going back.
Santa Monica.
Santa Monica.
Yeah, I used to be like 10, 15 minutes from the coast, from my city. So I wasn't a huge beach person though, so it was like, nice, man.
You did it outside, Kyle. I wouldn't expect you to be a huge beach person if you didn't go
Right?
outside.
Exactly.
The beach is outside.
Outside. Hey, now you get it.
All right, here we go. We're all
Show
going
me
to
the
share
beach.
Together. This man has never been to the ocean. We're gonna go.
Wait a
We're gonna-
minute, who's
We get
never
to
been
share
the
that. We get to share this moment.
Yeah, we all get to share this moment together.
ocean? Wait, Jeremy, you've never been to the ocean?
It's
Nope, never
it's
been.
69 degrees, but we're
That's
putting
awesome.
Oh,
Play some fucking like inspirational music in the background, Kyle.
Dun,
Like-
dun, 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 dun.
Number
Yeah,
nine.
they're chariots of fire. Come on, Jesus Christ.
I like the way you said inspirational, and you're like,
Oh, that's awesome.
This is
Oh, yeah.
not a nude beach.
really
look at
warm.
those blankets of clouds.
Chuck,
those
you would get
peachy
kicked off
lights
the beach
peeking
if you
through.
pulled your
Mm.
penis out.
So I'm going to
Don't
be
pull anything out.
I
Keep it
really
away.
That sand.
cool pictures of the clouds. I really would like to have a camera next time I go on the plane because I
Right.
seen some. I didn't get the photos, but I seen some awesome shots.
what you
there,
get.
like looking through the
Fire.
clouds. We were really high up coasting. Great reference photos for sure.
White.
Well, we'll
white
make
sand.
Kyle edit out these parts and send you these stills.
Excellent.
Man.
So get you some footage, Bubby. Get you some footage.
Oh, I wish I was there.
Slow down a little bit.
Jump in the ocean.
Yeah.
I got my phone.
All right,
my
who-
wall.
Who's going in, man?
Yeah, Jeremy, go get your feet wet.
Go do some body surfing.
Off the Sharks.
You know, I love going to the beach now. Like, there's a specific thing that I love about going to the beach, and it's the way that people look at me.
Imagine having right here on the fucking beach.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh,
usually
yeah,
I
isn't that
don't like
amazing
people to
how
look
you-
at me. Yeah, but
But
when
now
I've got
they
like
do.
everything out and it's
There we
not
go.
a tattoo
We're
related
heading
event.
to the water.
When little kids look at you.
Congratulations.
Oh yeah, the way that like everybody looks at me. Like once you get so covered in colorful tattoos, there are a lot of people that have literally never
Yeah,
seen
well,
a person covered like that before.
It's
That's
understandable.
awesome.
And you just have to like laugh at it.
I mean, I like it. I like showing it off. I like sharing it with people. I like what one of the things that I think is cool is when somebody comes up and they look at some of my tattoos, or they'll look at the tattoos of somebody that I'm with, and they'll say that they didn't realize tattoos could look like that,
Yeah.
or they didn't realize that tattoos could be art.
I
And in
didn't
that
know they
moment,
could
I
hold that
just
color.
yeah, in that moment, I just changed that person's mind about tattoos just by simply letting them look at me and look at the work that I've like worked
That's
so
kind of a
hard to
privilege
collect.
that we forget all the time.
Well,
Yeah.
just like when you're a decent human being that says please and thank you and can hold a polite conversation, and they realize that not every person with tattoos is a piece of shit, and that they should just like, treat us like everyone else. That's kind of my favorite.
Yeah,
And they're
very
like,
rare.
oh,
Yeah.
you're just like a normal
Oh,
human being.
You're-
Wow,
oh, you're a
but you
human
just
too.
have
Yeah.
a marking on you, but you're like a regular person. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, like you do things in life and stuff, right?
you know,
Oh, look at those
I don't
waves
have to do
breaking.
like bad things
We're having so much
for
fun.
attention.
I'm super afraid for your phone in the water. I'm just gonna say it out loud.
I
They
got
got a strong hold on it.
grip on this
Whoever's
phone.
got it in their hand.
Got very close though.
As soon as I said it.
Don't you put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby.
I'm sorry.
You ever get a new phone and then have it stolen, and you're in like another country, and then Interpol is like looking?
No, Chuck.
No,
No.
no.
2 drinks an
That's
hour
me?
every other hour.
Wait, wait, every half
We need to
hour?
enlist Ben.
Wait,
I think we
Wait,
need
you
to
said every
enlist
half
Ben to be
hour.
your life coach.
I'm not
Listen.
saying don't drink, Chuck.
It's like
I'm
it's
not
like your
saying
life is
don't
like
drink.
Tom Cruise in a movie.
But then I wouldn't have Interpol looking for me if I didn't drink.
So I did, however, buy a brand new phone. I'm talking stood in line to get the new release of the Razor when it came out, the flip phone. Yeah,
Mhm.
they came
I
on that
remember.
ice
What
fucking
color?
blue. Ice
The
fucking blue.
All
Stood
right.
in line
Ice
all day
blue?
for that thing, right?
You
Oh,
remembered
bro.
it was ice blue too.
So hot. You know why I remember? Because I went to work that night and some piece of shit dropped my phone in an iced tea and didn't even pull it out. Just like let it sit there
Like,
and
oop.
killed my like 6-hour-old phone. Just bought just bought it.
Just spot.
Your
And
knuckles
you didn't
still
make
hurt?
him like buy you a new
Bruh,
one.
no one fessed up.
That
I
feels great.
announced several times my disappointment with the group and was like, which one of you pieces
I
of
bet
shit?
you calmly announced your disappointment with the group as well.
I may have asked to be calm. May have been asked to be calm, but I do not recollect being a gentle human being.
in that
You
moment.
have
In
it
that moment.
24 hours. There's no reason to be a gentle human being at this point.
Love it.
I may have got released from my duties that evening and told that everything is okay and life isn't that important and leave.
It's just
but
a phone.
it was not just a phone, bro.
It's
I was making
the razor.
I was making line cook money. That was a half a paycheck. Are you fucking kidding me?
Hours
Yeah.
in line.
Bruh. Bro, I was
And
a
it was a
fry cook
razor.
at Tumbleweed. Are you kidding me?
It wasn't just some
No.
roll
That
piece
wasn't
of
a
shit
chirp
flip.
chirp.
It was a
It was a
razor.
And that's when I
razor.
had no credit and you had to buy that shit with cash.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah,
They charge you full tilt, paying
I-
retail for that shit.
my voice is cracking because I could feel your pain. Like
Yeah.
I invented the iPod. I had someone build one for me before it was invented.
Okay, watch.
And
Now,
it took,
wait.
I basically wanted to have like a jukebox worth of music
Watching your feet disappear in the sand. You know?
on a
Right.
personal device, right?
Mhm,
So
mhm,
as soon as MP3 technology came about, I hired someone to build me a machine that I could put 1,000 CDs worth of music on. So there's no bulky thing with CDs that you leave in your car and whatever. Someone busts a window, takes your entire collection. So it took me a year to put 1,000 CDs worth of music on this machine that I had built for me. And I used it once on a road trip to Atlanta, and it fell off the passenger seat 2 feet onto the floor, maybe less, and broke forever.
Oh
Man.
Kyle, can you even imagine a
But, like,
time
this
where you
is
actually had to
before-
manually put CDs onto a device like a
So
flash
this was
drive or
before
something?
Can.
the
You can? You were
iPod.
alive for those years?
I had VHS.
You were like 7?
You had to
Yeah.
like
Yeah. Okay.
upload.
I have
each
CDs still
song
for road trips.
Okay.
your
Alright.
like
Alright.
laptop
22.
or computer before you could rip it
He's
on
22 and he said he had VHS. He's full of
Jesus.
Yeah,
crap.
they were VHS that he saved from his older siblings.
No, I'm an only
They were
child.
like handed down from cousins.
I'm an only
Where's
child.
You're an only child?
VHS?
Yeah.
I
Oh.
have a
Why
lot
you
of
had VHS in?
left.
Till you were
Who
poor.
wants
Yep.
some?
That's right.
I
That's
got all
why,
kinds of
Yes,
DVDs
sir.
you can have, buddy.
dude, that's why we had beta when I was a kid, because we were even poorer. That's why we had beta.
I remember we got an Atari because my dad's friend was throwing it away.
I came from some trash, man.
Valley trash. That sounds like a good salad. Can we make that a salad? Tell
Yeah.
me, if you were making a Valley trash salad, what would you put on it?
Strawberries.
Ooh, absolutely. Would you put a soft cheese with that strawberry?
Maybe.
Now, I'd
Maybe.
probably, what the strawberries would probably be, if they're ripe, I'd probably put a hard cheese,
Ooh, like a
like a manchego,
okay.
Good
Smoky.
call. Nice.
hear ya.
like a smoked manchego.
What greens would you use? Would you use a sharp green then, or would you use something a little like a buttery, like a bib?
Well,
Because I mean, you're already
I
going,
mean,
you're going hard cheddar,
if
you know.
You're going trash though, so you want like a trashy lettuce. You go like just a plain old iceberg lettuce.
Yeah, that's the trashiest lettuce.
Art in the wild.
I'll
Yeah.
give you that.
Because
Or you
wanna
can just
Or-
go with like
that's your-
field
that's
greens,
your valley
grab a
trash.
handful of
What
like
if you did, like-
dandelions.
Well,
your
because
Yeah.
they grow a lot of greens out there in the valley too. So
Mhm.
like, yeah, I mean,
Wedge salad.
wedge.
Yeah.
Wedge salad.
dude, that was my mom's
What,
favorite
like
salad growing up. was a wedge
Avocado,
salad.
ranch dressing, bacon.
Actually,
Boom.
avocado is way too much.
Oh,
What
yeah.
about the
No,
bacon bit?
that was
I
expensive.
mean, I don't like way too adventurous.
I'm not a big ranch fan.
And
I gotta
then
have something to offset it.
But when I was a question, but when
Was
I was
there
a
any
kid in the
super condiment
80s,
than the bacon?
avocados weren't even available. In the 70s and 80s, avocados weren't
You
available.
know, I've heard that because of like genetic engineering, avocados have gotten softer and larger throughout the years. They like the Haas avocado, which is the bigger, softer
They've also
one.
been able to travel and
Well, they started like basically cloning and cultivating. I shouldn't say genetically modifying because it's not really the same when you're actually just like cultivating clones of a tree displaying the
but
larger,
yeah, and
softer.
I would think that obviously the distribution would get easier as well.
Mhm.
You know, to be able to. I'm sure nobody in Maine ever had an avocado before.
I had an avocado tree, but I did not. I think I took it outside too soon. I'm still sad about it. I killed it.
Yeah,
Will
we had
started it for me and I killed it.
a fig tree, and we got 2 figs off of it 2 years ago, and it's that we can
2 figs.
2 figs.
You
That's
know what
cool,
I
though.
found was rewarding is pepper plants.
The link in the group chat.
They're cheap to get.
I don't.
They,
I can.
they bloom like every couple of weeks. They're easy to maintain. You leave them in the sun.
Did you say pepper plants?
Mhm.
Pepper?
Oh man, I had so many jalapenos on my counter. I probably have 200 jalapenos on my counter right now.
How easy are they to? They're
So
they're
easy.
great.
They're really
A
easy
little
to
bit of
keep
water
happy.
and sunshine.
Mhm.
That's great for beginners like myself that are like,
I tried to start an herb garden and I killed it all.
No, that's
I've
why.
got some basil
pepper.
that's starting to sprig.
That's why peppers are great to start. They're cheap, cheap and easy, and I like peppers. I like hot.
Kind of my favorite combo.
So Jeremy, what do you think of the beach?
Pretty cool. I like it. It's
Yeah.
pretty cold today, so it's not really. I guess, but it doesn't get too warm here, like you said, anyway. So I guess it's never going to be a hot day at the beach, huh?
Well, but it looks like you guys got some clouds too, so it's pretty overcast. So you don't have a lot of sunshine either.
No.
Where's Bill Canales?
Goddamn
Isn't
Bill.
he in something behind the circle in San Diego? Is that a good shop to check out?
I'm not sure. I
Probably.
don't know too many tattooers down in San Diego. I've seen a few shops.
I
But I
could
don't-
be wrong, but I think Bill Canales, like the dragon.
Yeah.
specialist.
Bill found. Yeah, I know Bill, but I don't know him personally, but I know who he is. But his
Yeah,
shop,
same here.
yeah, something to check out for sure.
Yeah, like that.
Well, I'm sure a lot of local shops will be there this weekend too, that you'll be able to see guys this weekend.
Oh, there's a convention. I didn't realize.
Yeah, we're out here for the San Diego convention this weekend. It's right. We're in the gas lamp district, and we're in the Solana.
Okay. Yeah.
And it's right by the convention center,
Nice.
so it's only like a couple block walk or something like that.
Nice.
I think we're all stoned.
Yeah, it's
Between watching you explore and then watching the footage behind us.
I know.
A lot going on this week.
and then reminiscing of being in San Diego. stoned.
Jeremy, you might need some of those sunglasses behind you.
He's like, I'm,
future's
too,
so
I'm too
bright.
good for sunglasses, man. I don't even need no shades.
I need
No,
some
I think
sunglasses.
so.
I was trying to walk
Sure.
to like get some ice cream that past weekend in Akron. It was so fucking bright. It was so bright in Akron.
Yeah, but can we talk about how good that fucking ice cream was?
That ice cream was so good.
So good.
That was some of
Kyle
the
brought me
best ice
back
cream
this
I've ever
double
fucking
scoop
had.
of this orange sherbet that had some frozen fucking blueberries
The
in it.
tattooedy fruity.
Tattoo fruity.
It
You
was
would
their
think that
special,
tattooed
yeah,
fruity
their special little flavor.
I shared it with someone and still had too much.
Dude, well, the double scoop was like this big.
Jess was sitting there and I was like, you need to eat some of this ice cream. And I made her scoop like a shit ton out and still had too much.
Where did you guys get the noodles from? Where was the Chinese place that you and Todd went?
Well, Todd and I went to some random ass Googled Chinese buffet.
Those lo mein noodles
They were the bomb, weren't they?
very good.
I'm telling you, the
They
sit down
were very
experience
good.
at that China buffet was amazeballs. The food was on point. There was busy enough where everything was fresh. I felt bad that you guys got like carry out leftover stuff.
Oh, speaking of food, do you remember when we got stopped by the police?
Which time?
Which time?
There's more than one.
No, Ben and I made like our snack run. Usually we do this before the doors actually open and we have
Motherfucker.
everything stocked
I
up at
forgot all
the booth.
about
But we were like taking our sweet time. We went and got Starbucks. We actually had to find a Starbucks. So it was like a standalone so we could like go
Bro.
in and get what we wanted.
The adventure was real.
Anyways, by the time we get back, it's like 12:30. Doors are open and Ben's like got this whole case of water on his shoulder. I've got like
Just marched a
Two-
fucking quarter
two
mile from
grocery
the
bags in each
parking
arm,
lot.
and then I've got like coffees in my hand, and he's got coffees in his hand. So we're like loaded down, and we've like huffed it in from the car, and we had to go like around a block and then down another block, and here we are. And there's clearly a sign that we never noticed that said you cannot bring in outside food or beverages because we have concessions inside the building to offer you anything and everything you need.
I literally said out loud, "Oh,
Real?
this is gonna be a problem." And the cop goes, "Yeah, it's gonna be a problem." And I went,
Ben, tell us what happened next. Go, you're
I
gonna
fucking-
retell this better
okay,
than me.
so first of all, I Chris Angel mind freaked this fuck. Okay. He came at me with all this, and I came at him with like, chill, bro.
That's not quite
We're
how
tatty
it went.
blasters. Like, we're just
Like,
here to kick it.
He was smiling to start
was.
off with. He was
He was
not
like,
growling at
he
all.
was like, there is a million cameras here. My only job is to stop fucks like you from carrying in cases of water when they sell water. I'm like, fair bet. As we're standing there with all this other food and drink, we basically make the agreement that he was like, if you guys just leave the water here, I'll ignore the other $80 worth of fucking food you're holding in your hands and let you leave the $4 case of water down here. And I just looked at him. I was like, bet.
All right.
Just like,
yeah,
okay,
all right.
And then Officer Homie looks at me and he
lesson
goes,
learned.
hey, if you want, just come down and get a couple at a time. And that'll be fine. Just keep it on the low. The cop literally told me to keep it on the low. And I was just kind of like,
That's America, baby.
bro,
Right?
if you only knew who you're talking to right now, like
The
low
moral
is
of
what
the
I
story
do.
is to always like keep your cool and then hopefully it'll work out. Because if you start to chirp and bark,
we were cool.
then
I had
it's
too
not
much
gonna
weed
work
on me to
out in
argue with the
favor.
cop.
Well, and then
I'm
standing directly behind Ben, and he's talking to Ben, and Ben's talking to him, and I'm like, oh, like
So
making the most
sad puppy dog
disappointed,
eyes.
sad face that I can.
So I dropped the case of water behind the fucking sign at the front
We
desk at the front
compromised,
entry.
basically.
And I did. And I dropped it off and we are like, thanks, bro. We all grabbed a couple. Every time we walked by, we grabbed a couple. And at the end of the night, when the cops had changed shifts, I just picked up the whole case and left with it. Like, hasta luego.
But
So
that was awesome.
Like,
all in all, it was fine.
that's
But
why,
I had
like,
way too much weed on me to argue with the cop.
We did have an encounter with the police at the show.
He was
It a
really
nice
cool.
encounter.
Like it could have been way worse. We just got done
Nice
partaking,
choice of officers.
and I know we smelled like a bag of weed because of the several we had on us, on top of the blunt we just smoked in the car on the way back.
We don't do that.
Oh, the car was parked in the parking lot. It was just our safe haven.
Vehicle was off.
Yeah,
We were in
keys
the
weren't
back.
in the ignition.
Yeah,
In the back
keys
seat.
were safely tucked on
I mean,
the tire, the rear tire.
They weren't even in the
keys
car.
were
not
not
even
in
in
the
the
vehicle.
ignition. Right.
Regardless,
They
we
were at the
sank,
booth.
and
Kyle had the keys the whole time.
he
Yeah.
could have been a
sounds
big
like my
deal.
18th birthday, and I still got hauled to jail, even though we'd already smoked all the weed. There was no weed. There was a bowl.
I think I'm gonna have to go.
And like on
That's-
the 18th
That
birthday,
bowl
like we're
would've
just
been in my prison
listening to
purse.
Tool in the
You're close.
after we finished the weed. So like,
I blame Maynard.
I think anyone that got in trouble for like marijuana, like, should get an apology, like a federal apology. Like, sorry, like we
I
persecuted you
recently
plan.
I agree with you. I recently went to my 20-year high school reunion, right? And I went to a pretty small school where I was the more alternative one of the entire fucking place, right? And I got so many people that were like, hey, bro, you were right about weed. That shit's pretty cool,
Yeah.
bro. We smoke hella weed now, like, you know. And it was really just kind of like, you yuppie fuck. Well, what you got on you, man? Like, so I had this weird experience when everybody I went to school with knew that I smoked during school and would come up to me now and they were trying to like impress me with what they had. And I didn't even get my bag out all night. And just, I was rocked. And then by the end of the night, I got my stuff out and everybody was just kind of like, oh man, never mind. That's good.
I thought this was good.
Fuck. Where you get your shit at?
It do be like that.
It be like that every time. Every time. And I just laugh at him and point. Like, I don't know. It's just,
Yeah,
Jesus
my
makes
best
it
friend was
dress
like,
up, you know.
in middle school, he's like, you smoke marijuana, that's the devil's lettuce. And I'm like, man, have you ever
Somebody called it the devil's lettuce for real. I
I mean,
stole
he
that
never-
from Danny McBride and the Heartbreak Kid. He's smoking the devil's
The
lettuce
devil's
out
in,
here.
lettuce.
in like the mid early 90s, like my best friend still, like he moved to another country, like huge stoner now, but like back 25 years ago, you were persecuted if you were a stoner. It was like underground. It's not.
Let's see. 25 years ago. Fawn, do math for me. I'm not good at it.
25 years?
Yeah.
Early 20s.
I'm 38.
No.
So 25 years
Early
ago, I was like
teens.
12,
Yeah,
13.
early teens.
Yeah, I was rocking the ganja and I did get a lot of hate for it.
Yeah,
Probably because I
my
was 13.
parents, my like like I said, I got arrested on my 18th birthday. I didn't even have weed on me, but someone else had a pipe. And
Hear
it
me
was
out.
like, my parents brought it up for 30 years. Like my dad died still bringing it up. Like, oh, you got
So-
arrested on your 18th birthday because somebody else had a pipe. I
I'm
don't
saying
know.
this in confidence, hoping my dad will never ever listen to this show. But so one wonderful afternoon, I'm standing in my bedroom holding up this large satchel of sticks when my friend is also there trying to purchase. And my dad busts in the fucking door, right? And he's like, the fuck is going on? My dad didn't swear. He was actually a preacher. But he's like, what's going on? Blah, blah, blah. And he takes this stuff and my buddy runs out. Look at T Double coming back shirtless. And I had to explain to him calmly that I found it and I knew it was worth money, and this guy would give me money for it. I didn't know what it was worth. I knew he did. He participated in shady events. I just knew I can make money. I found it in a bag on the road. And he was like, bet. So you don't care if I flush it down the toilet, right? I'm like, nope, absolutely not. Like, I'm not attached to this at all, man. Like, yeah, do your thing. To this day, I think he pocketed it and smoked it. I really do. He walked in the room and he shut the door. I heard it flush. And then he went out. It was like a Jack and Jill. So he like went out into the hallway. And he was just in a better mood for like 3 months.
Thank you.
Look at T Double.
3 months.
Just coming in. Just being all
Tatty's
sassy.
out.
Tatty's out.
I mean, isn't that
I did this.
the best way
Shout
to
out to
do
my
it
wife
when
because
it's still
she's the one who-
illegal? Like,
She asked me if I was going to be shirtless on this podcast, and I said, "Why?" She said, "Well, you were shirtless on the last podcast."
Tradition?
That's fair. Get shirtless. And
Titty tradition?
If ever there were a podcast or a show where it was appropriate to be shirtless the whole time,
This is
I
the
think
one.
this is the one.
Yeah.
I think this is the one where like you're not like it's just appropriate.
It is.
It's the appropriate one. Ben was topless a few episodes ago.
Just
I've
because I
been
was getting,
topless behind us.
just
for
because I was
several
getting
moments.
tattooed. I was getting tattooed is why I was topless. It wasn't
Tattooed.
just parading around nipples.
All the more
counts.
reason for it to be appropriate for the show. Like this is the place where it's appropriate.
Right.
Can we talk about the bio on your arm? This one.
Oh, this one.
Tell me about it.
Beautiful.
Who did this?
Kyle's a bio nerd over there.
Nerd.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yep.
Yep.
It's a good thing.
Yeah, like I have to think for a minute. You have to give me a minute.
I do too.
Maybe.
I just really love the way the purple's settled in. The blues really all tie together.
Trying
Did
to
you say
think of-
Phil?
yeah.
It does look like Phil.
I'm trying to think if Phil did this or not.
I want to say Phil, yeah.
Kyle's like, I
Because
remember.
it is. a
Yes,
cover-
I remember
was
seeing it.
watching from the corner
Yeah.
when it was done.
So there's an old like tribal armband under here, and then like some people and like a lotus and stuff underneath there. I don't know.
Hell's yes.
we're
Probably
talking
Phil
Phil
Robertson.
Garcia, right? Like, or
No, Phil Robertson.
is
Back when he worked at Stain Skin. Yeah, back when he worked at Stain Skin.
Yeah, he's a good friend too. Like, I was just figuring which one.
Just been figuring.
Yeah, Phil. I enjoy Phil every time I see him. I really enjoy his wife Mindy too. We should have both of them on the show again sometime soon.
Oh,
They're a riot.
They're great.
Yeah,
I love Mill and Fendi.
Mill and Findy. I actually, the first time I really got to hang out with them one-on-one was at Hyperspace. Phil had gotten sick and had to cancel his appointment, but they still drove out. And I slid into Phil's spot. So we got to hang out that evening around the campfire and like, it's cool to go out to guys. It's magic every time you go to Hyperspace. But if you actually get to go on one of the occasions where you get to like hang out and like really just relax and chill with all of them, it's really a good time. And it was cool it's cool that's how I've always known Phil like professionally, like we know who each other are, but like hanging out like that was really cool because I really I just love Phil's whole family. They're just great people. But and then also I don't know if you guys were watching, but Mindy's got work from Michelle Wortman, so she's got like the matching sleeves for like part of the Bloom project.
Yep, a lot big tattoos.
Mhm. And then Phil, I don't know if you were paying attention earlier, but Phil was on stage showing off all of his tattoo collection as well. So
Ooh, what are you eating, boys?
ooh, those look
Those
like
tacos are
authentic
delicious.
street tacos.
That's delicious right there.
Look at those lines.
Sitting on the beach eating some tacos. That's the way.
On a beer.
Drinking a Modelo.
Smoking a doobie. What if we change the name of today's podcast to Tacos and Tattoos 101?
Akron and tacos.
Akron and tacos.
Akron and
Tattoos.
tacos. Akron tacos and tattoos.
Tacos. I've been having tacos a lot lately.
Damn, tacos are
Me too.
delicious.
So, what is your favorite place here in Columbus for tacos?
So I have two favorites. One, if you want hipster tacos that are not remotely authentic, there's Condados. It's great, but like I said, not authentic. Just hipstery, really good. My favorite other taco place is there's a taco truck called Condados, and then they also have a location in North Market. They're my favorite.
Shameless North Market plug.
You know I love North Market. Anytime I have somebody new in Columbus that's not from here, and we're like debating on what to eat, and it's like, well, are we ordering or are we gonna go there? And if we're going there, we just go to North Market because we got so many good choices. You got the best Vietnamese in town. You got sushi. You got Greek. You got falafel. You got that
ramen.
You got ramen.
Bagels.
You got the pretzel place.
Polish.
You got the meat and cheese place. You got the seafood and
The
meat
seafood,
place.
dude. The lobster roll at the seafood
Baklava.
place. Oh, I would fuck it. It's so good.
What was it? The Momo, the Guy
Momo.
Fieri. Yeah, that place. It's got Guy Fieri's picture. It's
There's a spicy
thumbs
chicken
up.
joint upstairs.
Hot chicken takeover.
There it is. North Market. If you would like to sponsor Tattoo Collecting 101, please reach out to us.
How about North Market? Can Tattoo Collecting 101 sponsor you?
Now, I will agree with they have the best Vietnamese in town.
Isn't it?
You
though?
can't fuck
That
with
is
it.
my
That pho?
favorite. Yes.
Dude, their lumpia are
Oh yeah. Even their banh mi was delicious.
They're silky noodles. Their rice
Should
noodles.
we
are
should
the
just
best.
start ordering food to show up and shit.
I wonder if they'd let us do an episode upstairs from North Market. I wonder if I were to be like, hey guys, could I just set up and broadcast?
I'm
for a
sure
few
there's a number to
minutes? We might have to do it earlier in the day. Yeah, we might have
Jeremy's
to do it
talking.
earlier.
Jeremy's talking to you guys. What?
No, I said if we're doing a podcast from North Market, I'm definitely jumping in for that. I'm all about it.
Come on, Bubby.
Maybe we
Let
can do
us
like
know
a
when you're here and we'll
smorgasbord.
schedule it.
Have it like delivered live.
God damn.
What I can bring it home for you guys?
Oh, what is that?
That's what is it? It's wrapped in the corn husk.
Tamale.
Tamale, yeah.
Hot diggity.
When
Some hot sauce on that tamale and just plow down on it.
when I worked at Body Language, there was a convenience store next door that sold fresh tamales like once a week. And it was literally like grandma just rolled up with a Lexan that she made from her kitchen at the house. And they were the best I have ever had in my entire goddamn life. And then they made Tres Leches cake. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ.
I used to
it
have
was
people
so
in one of the
good.
apartment complexes I lived at. They just walk around Christmas time selling smallies.
Yeah, hit me up. What's up?
Yep, just
What's up?
they have grocery bags of them. Just how many do you want?
Yeah, they just walk
72.
around with the cooler. They're like, "What's up? What you want?"
How
What's
many
funny,
do
chicken or
you
pork?
have?
In San Diego,
Yes.
you'll see people walking around the streets just with grocery bags full of them. That they just, whatever.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
I found a
But yeah,
place,
so
two towns
here,
with
say it
their
again.
jalapeno cornbread. 2 towns away, but they deliver, and it's somehow I don't know if they added like a tad of honey to it, but it's delicious, and that's
Yeah,
like
usually it's got a honey glaze to balance that jalapeno.
the jalapeno.
So, man, with
cornbread,
1,000 jalapenos.
it cooks
Yeah.
off,
We're gonna
that
make some
sounds good.
cornbread.
but
So
like
I guess that'll be my next project is to make that.
Let me know how this
Martha's Mexican Kitchen.
tamales. Yeah.
If you guys haven't heard of it, Martha's Mexican Kitchen here in Columbus. Their tamales, their tacos, they're about 3 blocks from my house, and they are amazing. They were voted like the top 3 Mexican places in Columbus.
I look forward to trying their tamale. Fortunately or unfortunately, when I was a kid, I had a friend who would bring tamales into school and share them with me. And like when she'd save some and give them to me, I felt ultra special. But those are the best tamales I've ever had. I haven't had anything that even compared to those since I was like probably
that's
maybe
pretty good.
15,
Okay, so
16.
now we all have tamale envy.
Yeah, we all need tamales in our lives. Good
hopefully have
tamales.
like a screenshot of your favorite of whatever. Like I had a favorite eggs was like on a skillet.
Ooh,
and in British Virgin Islands.
it looks so good.
Like eggs have never been the same since.
Focusing on the
You try.
Got the goddamn icy with it.
Here's your thumbnail.
That's our thumbnail for the day.
Bro.
You got it, Kyle.
That's it.
Thank
like,
you for
where-
making us all jealous of your dining experience.
I'm
where
gonna try
the best
Molly.
meal with the best background to go with the meal. And like, what's more important, the background or the meal?
Not good.
Yes. The answer is yes.
You need the salsa and everything. Hot sauce.
Oh, some hot sauce.
The best thing about street food is they do the same thing every day. And if that is an established place to where they've been there for even like a couple of years, they've got their recipes so fucking pat that it's like
the back of their hand.
Yeah,
they don't
it's
measure
an
things. They don't.
it's an
time
expert
things.
in their field. They make
Mhm.
5 things. They do it well. They kill it. And that style of food to me, the stay in your lane, stick to 5 simple, fresh things, and just fucking pump. I love it. Makes my culinary heart thump.
Yeah, I gotta confess,
Of
I've been
rhythm.
eating from the same restaurant, the same Mexican restaurant for like 4 months. I just get it like delivered.
You just get it.
I like twice a week. I get like grilled chicken, grilled shrimp. I get like the burritos, and then I give the carbs to my dog. And then like I get the jalapeno cornbread occasionally because like and then the chicken and corn soup is delicious, and like
Can you just send us some fucking food, bruh? You're just talking
Bro.
about shit we can't have. That's not fair. We
No, but
you
that's
know.
all healthy, good stuff. And like
Yeah.
it's been 4
And
months.
then I put a
of
pound of
just-
sour cream on it and ruin it. 'Cause that's what
Well,
I do.
you know, you have a little bit and you give the dog the rest. You have like
Wait. You're talking to me about self-control right now, sir. You're talking to me about
That's
self-control.
why you have an animal. So if you don't have
I
self-control,
have
you
several.
have to share.
I've got a fucking zoo at my house.
So then you have to share sometimes.
I don't share shit. I look them dead in the face and go, fuck off. Go eat your bowl. It's my dinner.
Well, I bought you $30 bag of food.
Shit, man. Dude,
If
these
I
motherfuckers do
give-
better than I do.
if
I'm
I
like
give-
eating McDonald's dollar burgers, and this guy's getting this pecan delight bullshit. What the fuck is this?
Delight.
Nah, I
Right.
share. I give a portion in the beginning as like a fuck off treat because she takes it and then she goes away, and then I can finish.
Green.
That's nice.
Look at this guy. He's pretty cool looking. Pretty cool colors. See how close I can get.
I want to go to the beach. Fawn, can we go to the beach? Will you take me to the beach?
Asking Fawn for permission.
Because I want to go to the beach with Fawn.
Let's go.
I want her to go with
Which one
me.
are we going
Say,
to?
hey, Fawn, let's go to the beach. Not, hey, Fawn, can we go?
Yeah, can.
We. Yeah,
You wanna
of course
take a-
you can. You're an adult.
But as a group,
As a collective.
can we go?
We could take an off-season trip somewhere, like somewhere super cool, but like during the fall when it's not touristy and we don't have to deal with people, we just might not be able to actually get into the water, but enjoy
sounds
it
way less fun.
anyways.
You guys ever been
Less
to
people sounds like less
I
fun.
want to go surfing.
You want to surf? I've always
Can we
wanted
go to
to learn to surf.
Australia?
I'm pretty sure I'm gonna just intuitively be able to surf.
Yeah,
I thought
we
the
saw-
same thing.
Listen, we
And
saw
after about
YouTube
drowning
videos
72
one time.
times, I caught my first wave.
Mhm.
5 days deep. Yeah. It's
Yeah, I think it'll take me a few days, but I think I intuitively will get the hang of it pretty quickly. I'm not saying I'm gonna get
I
on
was
the
20
board.
years old. I was in the Navy, and I was being taught by a kid who'd been surfing for 9 years in Southern California, and it took him a week to teach me how to catch my first wave.
Okay.
Don't say that you can intuitively think you can surf because
Well, here's what I'm
that's
saying.
important, where like the biggest waves were like 4 feet tall.
Yeah, here's what I'm saying. I don't
So-
think I'm gonna like be able to get on the board and just do it instantly, but I think I'll probably learn pretty quickly.
Mm,
Hey guys, my
I think it's gonna
phone
be
about to
really
die. So if I lose you guys, it was great. Thanks for jumping on and letting me
Hey,
jump on.
brother,
glad you
we
could join us.
get it. Yeah, we get it. Thanks for clicking in with us, man. Good to hear from you. We
That
hope
was
to talk to you
awesome.
soon.
Good
Yep.
to see
I
everything.
love including tattoo travels. So thanks for sharing your adventure today. It was
Yeah,
awesome
that
that we
was
got
rad.
to share your first
Great.
visit to the beach.
Hey, next time you're in town, we need to plan some time together. I got to catch up with you.
Absolutely. I need to come down soon. I'm not coming down again for Adam to the end of September, so I want to come down again. Hopefully before then.
September's not that far away though.
Yeah, man. September's like next week.
Yeah, we got a lot. We got a lot of travels and stuff between now and then. So September will be here before you know it.
Miss you, brother. You guys be safe while you're there. Hit us up.
He's gone.
Sandy,
Oh man, oh man. Ooh, what is getting tattooed behind me? That's sexy.
Oh, this
That looks
this guy was
super
awesome.
cool.
This was the other bio guy that Kyle showed me.
Yeah, he was on like the very end corner.
Mhm.
He got a lot of great work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love this is one of the things I love about conventions is just seeing like, oh, who is that? I
Yeah,
know
look
who
at
that. Let me
And
grab this
where
card
did
and
you
give them a
come from?
follow. We get like when we hit Hell City and we hit like for me, I hit Hell City every year. I hit Detroit every year. There are a few others, but there's like this circuit, which is, a lot of it is the same artist. But when we, it's a brand new show like this where
Right.
there are no regulars and people are from all over the place. It's so cool to like be exposed to brand new people who I've never,
Do you know what my favorite
That
thing
was pretty
is?
close, I think.
Yeah.
Somewhere a little up north.
Mhm.
Nice. But my new favorite thing is explaining to people that I'm not a tattooer. It is so much fun because they just don't believe you.
You know what I think was funny is where it was me, you, and Renee, and we were sitting somewhere like all three. We were just having a smoke break outside. That's all we were doing. And this guy walked up and he starts talking to Ben, like asking him all this stuff. And Renee and I are just sitting there like looking at each other, like, guess we're just the entourage again, huh?
Yep. They came
Always
with
the
me.
entourage.
I carried all their shit in, bro.
And he totally thought you were being sarcastic with
No,
him.
I'm like, but like ballers. I carried their stuff. I'm just here for the fun, man.
Now you know how I felt for the last 25 years.
I get it.
I get to
I
tell
get it.
people that I want to be a tattooer.
Check that, wiggle that cord.
With a cord.
We
There we
call him
go.
the apprentice or the intern.
I get to tell people that I want to be a tattooer. Showing up and hanging out in the booth.
We call him the intern, but he's not really an intern.
But I can't say apprentice
just
yet
beautiful.
because I'm not tattooing.
He's
Well,
an intern
The time will
of
come.
life.
You got a lot on your plate right now.
I'm not very concerned with the when at this point. I think I'm in a good spot.
Mhm.
So I'll just write it.
Speaking of all the stuff on your plate, what are your lessons? What's your lesson this week that you're working on with Guy?
This week we don't have one. He was busy, so we didn't get a chance to go over it yet.
So did you
But-
repeat last week's lessons for better practice?
Did not.
He has been chipping away at this little painting that he's been working on. and
I have
it's
been
looking
putting
great.
practices in.
Mhm.
But it was just working on flames the past week and getting like an overall flow. Not getting like too turbulent with it.
Mhm.
Because I have a tendency to do that with mine, is get like very crazy and turbulent with my flow. So it's like try to calm it down a bit.
Mhm.
Only use that turbulence in a couple select spots.
Yep. Choosing between like soft, elegant, small candle flames and like raging infernos.
Yeah.
That's what I do too.
Yeah.
I figured out my
Raging
snail has to
infernos.
coil to the right.
Unless it's facing the
it's
other way.
left. Why'd you do this?
What? Do you
think I want?
do you want it?
Anybody wants to snake this?
I'm sure Fawn would take it.
I'll take it.
See?
See?
Look at that. She always takes it. Pass that over.
Kyle
please.
knows me.
Thank you, Ben.
It's a rough life around here.
It's Podfest life for
Did you
us.
say it's a podcast life for us?
Oh, maybe I might have slipped out.
I get bullied. It's okay.
You do not get bullied. You do not even.
by
You
you.
don't even get to express to me how you feel about the situation, Kyle. I do not even bully you. Your opinion is invalid. Don't even care about how you think or feel.
I really wish we picked up one of those apprentice
It's really
lives
hard
don't
to
matter
bully somebody you
shirts.
don't care about. You have to give
Aw.
a shit about somebody to bully them.
That's very true.
Sometimes people are just, like.
That's what happens.
But yeah, I definitely am a very much so a tough love.
It's okay. I need it.
You need it. You
Yeah.
need the tough love.
I do.
Ben's been railing you pretty hard for the last.
Oh,
Nice.
you might
So
choice
what's
rethink that one.
Drilling into me.
Give me an option.
No break.
He's
Man.
just been breathing him hard.
No breathing room at all. Seriously.
None.
Oh,
Just
poor
been
Kyle.
getting reamed by man. Just railing. Just getting reamed, railed.
Take
Was
it to the
dry.
extreme every time.
No, you're the one
know
who said
that's
rail.
not what I meant.
You're the one
You
who
know
said,
that's not what I meant.
and I quote, you said, you've been
Ben's
getting railed
really
by
not
Ben.
Railed.
I'm not gonna
railed,
start it, but once
and
it
then
started,
that
I'll hop
evolves to
on.
reamed. There's a big difference between railed and reamed.
That is
First of
very
all,
true.
Tell me the difference.
The order.
Yeah,
Yep. You win.
all right.
All right. We do. I digress.
That's good.
So this one time on podcast, we talked about buttholes for too long and everybody got uncomfortable.
Oh, Ben.
Yep, I did it. I
When
went
was
there
that?
yesterday.
You guys talked about butthole just yeah, I missed it.
No,
Oh,
Oh, man.
You were
So I
talking
didn't-
about milking last week.
we were, weren't we? That was gross.
Yeah.
We get down some weird
It was
rabbit
only an
holes.
hour in.
It was. I remember being like, "The fuck, guys! Like, we just got warmed up,
And now we have to.
There's a lot going on. There's a lot going on at the show. A lot.
It was good. It was fun. Like right as soon as we walked in, we started setting up, and I think none of us knew what we were getting ourselves into, but it stayed pretty stinking steady all weekend. Like
Yeah, it was way busier than I anticipated. To be honest with you, the show was way more organized and well put together, and
Mhm.
everything looked great.
Yeah.
We got to sit next to a really cool merch booth that just put out solid. It was self-care. I loved everything they did, man.
Mhm.
They had a really solid setup. I liked what they did. I bought a bunch of stuff from them. It's nice to see like solid vendors out there, that's
Mhm.
not putting out junk. Everything they had was quality. Everything they had was like their art, and they did it well. Like,
yeah, you can tell Tony did a really nice job.
he picked good people to be there. It was a
Yeah.
very good crowd. Like,
Yeah, I like
Great
using the
vibe.
word curated. I feel like it was a very
Sure.
nicely curated show.
Sure.
Like there was just a good energy everywhere.
I love that the rest of our screen is 2 blank rooms. Like we're watching for like burglaries on somebody else's like nanny
yeah,
cam.
security cams.
I kind of
Yeah.
feels
Wait,
like that
wait,
right now.
wait.
Here, I got you.
Lock them mofos out. Drop them. I don't even want to see your room.
Hey.
Wow, good job,
Just
intern.
us.
Good job, intern.
Thanks for catching that.
I did.
Yeah.
I did. I give credit when credit's due. Most of the time. Sometimes I just expect you to do shit right because it's your job.
Right.
Tell me what to do.
I don't have to.
What is with this today?
I've been
Well,
experiencing the same
After
thing.
Hell City, we were I was tearing stuff down and Renee insisted on helping, and I was like, it's okay, I got it. And next thing I know, she's taking these and like unscrewing them, and I was like, oh no, there's a button. So
Okay, I'll buy some.
I have spare cords, but they're at Jordan's. So,
Jordan, I missed that
so
fucker.
yeah, I missed J Doggy as well, but the spare cords, we have a blue one and a yellow one. We'll just swap them out. And then we're good. So we'll fix that cord situation, audience.
It'll get fixed.
Sorry, guys, didn't mean to disappoint you.
I think
Maybe I
I'm
can
ready
do a
to have
2 for $1
conversation
and get
again
some.
since we totally derailed and cracked up. I think worse than we ever have. That was
So,
bad.
What happened?
That
You know
was
what?
bad.
I
A
think
few
it was
minutes
good.
ago, like I
I don't even
finally
know
like
what you're
reset
talking
everybody's
about.
up. I've forgotten.
What were we talking about that made you crack up?
Which time?
So,
I don't know.
Just now.
Yeah, you're the one who said we said something funny. I didn't.
I just only cried.
We only smoked a little weed.
Just a little bit.
Did you eat off campus in Akron?
Off campus?
Off campus, not the delicious apple strawberry salad that they had at the snack stand.
That
But
looked really good.
It
I
was
wanted to
fucking
get it.
slamming, bro.
Well, we discovered the Starbucks, and then I went to, man, I can't remember what it's called, but it was like a little bar restaurant kind of place that was like 3 blocks from the show. Had an excellent Reuben.
I
brought back
remember
the other
eating
half.
the other half of that Reuben.
It
and
was a really good
delicious.
Reuben. I wish I could remember the name of the place, but I was like
Super
ripping.
buttery.
I got this vape pen from a friend, and like I was ripping it all weekend long. So I kind of smoked myself silly.
Those were nice.
Yeah.
You left me with one of those when everyone was gone, and I'm just sitting there, just high off mask. Like, yeah, these are nice.
Yeah. Those are one of the ones that I was like not ready for.
Yeah, they're super good.
Normally you hit a pin 2 or 3 times and you're like, oh, okay, cool. No, I hit this thing 2 or 3 times. And because you guys want to take a nap? Did you want to lay down? Or can I hide a boo?
You got like a map.
But that was a really nice thing about this show. There was a lot of different restaurants. There was the bakery right across the street.
Oh, so fucking
like
good.
within probably a 5 or 6 block radius, there were more than a handful of really nice restaurants that weren't super expensive. So that was a nice thing that you could like leave, have a meal, come back.
Yeah.
When I'm getting tattooed at a show, that's something that's really important to me. I want to be able to get good quality food. Like I don't mind paying delivery for it. I just got to have access to it. I don't mind taking a break and walking to it, but I just got to have access to it. And I've been to shows before, like I was getting worked on and it was my back and like, you know, lower back, butt cheek area, which is just exhausting. You've got like the whole kidneys, all of that. And getting food was impossible. It was not ideal.
Here is this
it makes me
greasy,
really
half
value.
dry. Yeah, I get it.
That makes me really value having good quality food options, not just fast food close by, but good like quality food, like sustenance close
real
by.
food.
Yes, real food.
Yeah,
I remember
not
it was an
convention
hour.
food. Convention
Whoa,
food needs a little.
snuck the fuck in on me.
I
remember all weekend going to get coffee was like a fucking excursion. Took an hour and a half. And then on the last day, they're like, oh, there's a sweet ass coffee place within steps. And I spent a fortune there because I was like, good coffee. I want more of it. And I would like this and I would like that. And I wish I would have known they were there all weekend because I would have gave them all the money in my wallet. It was delicious.
The bakery.
Delicious.
I still have a portion of a cookie in my backpack that I meant to eat yesterday. So I'm going to eat it today, probably before I go to bed.
I went to Swenson's a bunch because, you know, I'm fat and they got shrimp snacks.
Shrimpies.
You don't even have to get out of the car, T-Double. T-Double, you don't even have to get out of the car. They come up to you and they're like, hey, fat fuck, do you want all this fried shit we just made for you? And you're like,
and then they're like, here's your milkshake.
yeah, I had one.
You know what annoyed me
Just one
today?
shake.
So I
What's
just
that,
got
Chuck?
the Amazon delivery of the Starbucks double shot, and it's up to like $28, but you get it within like a day for 12 cans for a double shot. And then I looked today and you can get the triple shot for like the same price. And I'm like, what the fuck am I doing? Like,
Chuck, I'm
Not
starting to be worried
searching
about the
correctly.
condition of your heart.
get that triple shot if it's the same price as the double.
I mean, but do you have palpitations? Like, do you have like a slight arrhythm throughout the day?
You guys would laugh your ass off if I showed you the supplements that I was taking. Like,
Probably not.
You're not. You're making me more worried. You're probably. Oh, Chuck, slow down on the caffeine. And this is coming from me. Like, I drink coffee all day long. Slow down.
Hey.
Yeah, no, but like there is a thing, it's too much caffeine for sure. I've been there, but like
It's
what
over
I did,
600
listen,
milligrams a dose.
there was this like deli by me. I got addicted to iced coffee, and it was like a 60-ounce iced coffee for like $4, $5. You know, it went up in price over the years, but every day I'd get 1 or 2 of these 60-ounce iced coffees black.
Sounds deadly.
Like,
Sounds deadly.
it was
My poop would be continual. The stream through my bunghole would be never ending of liquid coffee shats.
Yes.
From the cream and nope.
I usually make 2 pots of coffee a day, like one at home, and then usually, not always, but usually I make one when I get here, but I don't necessarily finish either one of them. You know what I mean? Like, yes, there's always coffee going and I'm always drinking it, but
I make my mini pot at work. It's
I've been being
2
mindful to
regular
drink
cups.
this other wet stuff lately, though. It
Yeah,
seems
me
to be
too.
helpful.
Okay.
I drink iced coffee, so I just make a pot, put it in the fridge.
Good idea.
Yeah, like the
Kinda.
whole brew.
You just drink
make a
cold
pot and
coffee.
You put it in something and put that thing in the fridge.
So
Yeah, no,
I worked on
those as well.
A-Rod's the other day and he brought
I
in
mean,
this
like-
mason jar full of coffee and he's like, it's my own home brew. I was like, was it sweetened? He's like, yeah, just a little bit. He tells me it was fantastic. He's using, I guess, one of the Starbucks ones, but he must be grinding it and
So when
doing
you brew
things
coffee-
so good.
You then pour the pot of coffee into like a mason jar and you put that mason jar in
I do
the
not.
pot.
And then if it has a
Just take the
spout,
pot and just put the pot
Yeah.
right in the fridge.
Yeah.
Explosions.
instantaneous explosion. That's why you got
So-
Not immediately.
So I was cooking one time at the
before
house.
the road trip. You have that
And
before
had
the road trip to clear.
No, I would lose my shorts in the car on the road trip at 60.
No, you explode and then you go and then you're good for
No,
days.
no, that sounds even worse. Squish ass for fucking that road trip. No thanks. Using a Pyrex measuring cup one time and was cooking and set it down on a glass countertop burner that was off, but just had been searing, and was going on about my business. Do. It's a little teeny tiny galley kitchen. There's walls on both sides of me. This thing just goes. I mean, like a shotgun goes. I dropped to the ground. The chef I was working with was like, "The fuck!" Like glass everywhere. It was
That would be scary.
It was a bad night.
I haven't had Pyrex do that on me. I have
Bad.
broken a Pyrex baking dish before, but it was literally like I set it on either too hot or too cool. I can't remember now, but I set it down. It was just like tink,
Yeah.
We had
and
induction
it just
burners
like
to boil.
two perfect pieces.
Yeah, we had induction burners to boil. So it was
Yeah,
Ah,
that thing
fuck.
will heat right up.
Moral of the story is you can't heat up Pyrex measuring cups that aren't heat temperature rated. You can
Well,
only
Pyrex is
heat
not created equal. Like
No.
old antique Pyrex,
Will blow the fuck
fantastic.
up.
If you can find like the old white Pyrex,
I'll
you
see
can
ya.
do anything with
milk
that.
glass. Is that what it's called? There's milk
it-
glass, it's
it-
more decorative.
Milk glass is one thing, but like the white Pyrex is actually white borosilicate. The heat coefficient is different. So it actually it flexes and expands with heat where
Have
other
some of my
glass
coffee.
doesn't.
You want to buy it?
Yes.
Borosilicate? You know, I'm a collector of boro art, right?
Really? So I mean, I literally am getting ready to box up all of my Pyrex and go sell it. I mean, I have probably
Are you talking about like Pyrex baking
like
dishes or are you talking
old
about
baking
like
dishes,
bonds?
old plates, old cake
Yes,
dishes,
I would
old
love to
everything.
at least take a look and I don't know if I would necessarily want all, but yes, I love old glass cookware.
I will box it all up and let you take a look at it.
Thank you. I appreciate that. See the things that happen when you just like throw it out there. Like I
Yeah,
love
hey,
quality
universe.
glass, but it's the thing. Old Pyrex is higher quality than new Pyrex. You can do things with, a 40-year-old piece of glass that you can't do with the modern ones. It's a bummer.
Bum, bum.
Bum, bum. So we've talked about all kinds of things, and now we've jumped down the nerdy glass rabbit hole.
So the convention,
happens.
we know that.
It happens.
Convention was good. The art was good. Food was good.
All the food was good. Yeah, let's just circle back to talking about the show for a little bit, and then we'll go ahead and wrap it up.
So you got Pierce, right?
I
Oh
did.
yeah,
Yeah.
Kyle got stabbed.
Tell
I
us
got
about
stabbed,
your
yeah.
Kyle got stabbed in Akron.
I mean, it was nothing special. I
Tell us about the stabbing.
got my conch done and then almost passed out afterwards because I'm terrible with piercings.
Now explain.
Now
to the
he's there
people.
with a group of all these people, which he never told any of us until after the fact. So we all abandoned Kyle, thinking, "Oh, he's a piercing pro. He's got shit in his fucking face." This guy's like, "No, always passed out." I'm like,
There's a clear difference. There's a line.
"We would have been there to hold your
He's like,
hair."
I had tunnel vision and my ears were ringing, but I didn't hit the floor.
Yes, exactly.
Jeez,
I had the wah-wahs, but it was okay.
Yeah, I just need to lay there. You just give me 10 minutes and I'll be
This
fine.
much.
Now give a real quick explanation of what the conch is.
It's this like inner piece right here. I'm not good on my
So
ear
it's
tier
part of the ear
terminology.
on the very inside, but not
Yes.
in the ear canal. It's like part of the outer ear, but
Yes.
okay.
That like
Like
wall that like
the-
dips
like
in.
named after like the conch shell.
Yes.
Okay, got it.
Yes.
So Tony, while
Yes.
we're on the topic, you pierced for years. I got a
Years.
question for you.
All right.
So as a tattooer and like as a tattoo collector, I know there are certain like risks and things like that. Like I know like how much I can be
Sure.
tattooed before I have to worry about going into shock and like getting woozy and all of those things. What are the other challenges that you had to watch for when you were a piercer? Like how do people react differently for piercings versus tattoos?
Well, the biggest thing is the movement, the jerking. Just because like what I had was basically a big surgical table that had like the lean back table and stirrups and everything, like a gyno table.
Mhm.
So if somebody passed out, they were all basically sitting on a table.
Mhm.
But if I'm doing something precise like an eyebrow, on a small woman or like a nostril or something like that, where it has to be very straight, you do need to worry about people jerking and moving and things like that. That's probably the biggest thing. Just like with you, you don't want somebody moving and jerking around when you're trying to do a straight line on a tattoo.
Right.
So it's the same thing with piercing. You need to have them stay straight, but piercings are so quick.
And do you think people are more likely to get woozy with piercings?
Absolutely.
Why do you think that is? Is the adrenaline dump
Just-
different?
Yeah, exactly. Because it is so quick and because that adrenaline dump is so fast.
Like with the tattoo, it's like you get like the anxiety, and then it's like, okay, this isn't that bad. And then it's like a
Exactly.
slow trickle of adrenaline.
Whereas with the piercing, they're like, oh my God, it's going to hurt. Oh my God, it's going to hurt. Bam, it doesn't hurt. Oh my God, it doesn't hurt. They're
My
done,
favorite's always
and then-
breathe in, breathe. Oh, you didn't even let me breathe out, fuckhead.
And that's the way it was. Take a deep breath in and breathe out. Boom, it's done. But on that deep breath out, as Kyle well knows, a lot of times they'll hold their breath or they'll get that feeling of like tingling, things like that, and they may go all the way out. And a lot of times, because what I do, and a lot of good piercers should, is pierce into a rubber core.
Mhm.
So you don't expose, you never have the end of the needle exposed. That way, if they do pass out or you have to lay them down, the tip of the needle's covered. You can lay them down, hold on to them, whatever. If they jerk and move about, they're not going to stab themselves. So little things like that.
Yeah.
By now I know the drill with it too. Like after I signed the paperwork, she was like, all right, go lay down. I was like, cool. And I just sat there and just breathed. And I'm like, it'll be over. It'll be over. And just like, let it happen. And then afterwards is when I'm like, okay, shit, now I'm going to pass that.
But see, I used to do piercings where it'd be like a 10-inch tie gun run on somebody across their forearm.
A what?
Tie gun, so tie gun is it's basically a surgical tubing that they use for vein replacement.
Okay.
So it's it'll be around the 24 gauge, 22 gauge
Okay.
on the outer diameter with
Okay.
it, and it'll be hollow on the inside,
This is the flexible,
and it's very flexible.
and
So
the beads are reverse threaded and just
no, so the beads will be it'll have like a normal thread on the bead. The actual tubing is hollow, so I can
it
thread
just
in.
pinches.
I can thread into the tubing,
Nice.
so I can go from like over the shoulder. So I did it from one kit. I did a weaving from like started here and I went from here and whoa all the way up his arm, like
Whoa.
all the way up
Weird.
his arm with Taiwan. So it was like 6 piercings with him, like taking his time, like 3 on each side. And I mean, something like that takes a little bit longer. And obviously after the first one, they're a little bit more used to it, just like a tattoo. But yeah, it's pretty cool stuff. And the nice thing about that is you can use it and it's surgical, it's sterile, but it does need to get replaced.
Kyle, do you know if BME zine is still a thing?
I have no idea what that is.
You know what I'm talking about, right? You remember the
yeah.
old body modification? It was body modification e-zine. It was
Yeah. If he doesn't know what it is, there's a good chance that it's not around anymore.
there used to be stuff in that just blew my mind.
Oh,
Like, I'm like not really into piercings. I'm not really into heavy modification, but the things that people would do to themselves and do to one another just blows my mind.
Well,
Still.
and that's how
Yeah.
I first learned about Steve Hayworth, who obviously Steve Hayworth is considered like the godfather of modern piercing, if you will. Like he started HCC, which was Hayworth Tech Corporation. His father owned a surgical tool company, so he had access to be able to make himself whatever tools he
Mhm.
needed. for piercings, so he could make special tools in their lab for certain piercings that had never been made before. The first time I ever saw John Cobb, if you remember John Cobb, he was covered in tattoos and piercings, like one like the first freak, if there ever was one, if you want to use that term.
Is he Googleable?
Oh yeah,
Can pull up John Cobb.
Google him, Kyle.
Cobb, I believe is his last name.
What the fuck are you doing, Kyle?
Pulling it up. What do you want? Race car driver. No.
What's your
And then
DMV encyclopedia?
that's
Maybe the very first
Shannon-
thing.
I'm pretty sure his name was John Cobb. Yeah.
That is the only picture.
Really?
We're gonna have to do a little bit of homework and share this with you because like I said, I personally am not really into piercings and other body modifications. So there's this whole realm that I would love to share more information
He is
about.
directly credited with the creation of uvula piercing.
Yeah, he was a guy that like uvula is that little punching bag in the back.
You know
of
when
your
you
throat.
get a Scooby snack from the end of the blunt and then there's that piece at the end of your throat that's like
how do you
that's the
reach
uvula.
that spot to
That's a great
pierce?
way to put it.
It's definitely intriguing. Like,
Yeah, it's
it's not for
and
me,
it-
but
and-
I'm intrigued. How do you pierce it even without them like
With
the
care.
Yep.
reach
And then
that-
Steve made some really cool tools to actually do it himself and be able to like reach in and like do it. It's
Wow.
I've never done that to somebody. That's like really, really, really extreme. Like I've done some extreme stuff. Oh, I got to pierce Amber Rose's nipples.
Nice. Nice.
You know who that is?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. She was married to Kanye. You know
My
who Kanye
pop,
is?
I know who Kanye is, but my pop culture is pretty low, man. I stopped caring about like TV long.
You know who Amber Rose is, right?
He's like, fuck
No?
you.
Yeah.
I'm on Ben's wave. I've never cared
All
about
right,
TV.
Amber Rose. So she wasn't on Flight for the Hell. What was she on? She was on one of like the Kanye's TV shows.
Kardashian, maybe something. She's
No,
trying.
this
to
was
be-
before the Kardashian. This was
Yeah, she
before
was
that.
like she was a clout chaser before that because she was in
Yeah,
LA.
yeah, yeah.
Like
That's that's
I
that's
pierced her nipples before she dated Kanye.
Oh, Amber Rose.
that's a pretty
Hey,
shame
home.
thing when people chase
Your
like
nipples.
one line.
Now have all Amber Rose. Oh, sorry.
Like
So seamless.
so what kind of
Close.
wave are you gonna ride if you're like a stripper in LA? Like okay,
Right.
so
What
they-
other wave is there?
You got her pulled up, Kyle?
So,
What's
so
up?
what? So
What do you
saying
want
There's
pulled up?
one
Kanye-
wave.
Gross.
Yes,
You want
bro.
to see her-
It's
I
just
don't necessarily want to
Nipples.
see her
You
nipples.
Googled the wrong word. I'm just kidding. What do you can't,
Yeah.
don't we have a jumbo
Amber
fucking tribe?
Rose.
What?
Oh, Amber Rose.
take me home.
Be more specific.
Well, I
more
feel like the
on-
moment's gone
No,
now.
I
I
don't-
don't want you
I'm
to
over-
throw
I
a
don't even
picture
wanna
up
see
of
it.
her to be like, this is the chick. But now it's over.
But
with.
no.
Sorry, I'll do better
Go
next
ahead.
time.
I know you
What?
won't.
What about the
No, you
one?
won't.
that's-
We'll
that-
act like you
that
will, but we'll all be disappointed at least one more time with you.
Yeah,
was
I
the
would say that
Kardashian, and then the
she's
one of the
probably like
Kardashian
the
son.
most famous like piercings I've done though. As far as like famous people, she's probably like as far as fame or clout chasing or whatever you want to say it. She's probably it.
She
I
didn't
mean, I-
offer the clout.
When I lived in LA, I mean, I pierced a lot of people that like are now somewhat famous or whatever.
Sure.
But so, who have you tattooed any famous people?
Me?
I've tattooed some athletes, but you know that I don't really follow or care about sport ball too much.
Right.
So I worked on Gary Russell, who played for the Steelers.
Okay.
And I've worked on Andre O'Neill, who played for the Packers, the Chiefs, a few others. I think he
Nice.
played for 4 different teams. He went to Marshall.
Nice. That's awesome.
She tattooed me. I'm famous.
I have
On your own
tattooed.
mind.
I've tattooed
Yeah.
Ben Thomas.
Jeez.
But how famous are you?
Like in this room, you guys don't know my name. That's famous enough for me.
I don't know your middle name.
Mm, Is it motherfucker?
I'll believe that.
In motherfucking Dallas. Motherfucking in. Sorry.
Oh, motherfucking. And no.
Can't mistake the two.
I would prefer not to discuss my full name on a recording that's being broadcasted live on the internet.
Ben, can
But
you tell
yeah.
us your social security number and your mother's
No.
maiden name while you're at it?
No.
Your first elementary school as
Can
well.
you give us your address, please? Your
Yeah.
childhood home
First
and
dog?
your driver's license
all
number.
that. All that.
Your
Because you're
favorite
not
number.
getting far with my name anyway, but it's more the hassle and inconvenience I would prefer not to have to deal with. Stupid interweb. Kyle edited it all
It's all
out.
fun and games.
we don't
till,
edit
like,
it.
you need that restraining order, and then you need it again and again.
Yeah, I'm gonna throw this out there. Bitches be cray.
So Kyle edited out the entire interweb.
Yeah. Yeah.
You want me to edit out the whole interweb?
No, just me out of the whole interweb.
Just you?
Yeah.
Okay.
When,
Yeah,
Ben
get the
Thomas,
scrubbing.
the man who
Get the
used to
scrubbing.
exist.
This is why I can't win with him.
My expectations are pretty fucking low, Kyle.
Dude, if he can scrub you from the internet, he needs to work for the FBI, not you.
He doesn't work for me.
Or Fawn.
He's an intern. You think he works for anybody?
If you gotta get paid,
If he can scrub you from the internet, he needs the intern at the FBI.
He gets paid with high fives.
They have
Little
high-five
baby
there.
head rubs.
and
sometimes.
exposure.
And they're not real cops.
Hopefully,
Mm.
some beers or something.
No.
No,
I don't support your lifestyle, sir. I'm just kidding. I tried to buy Kyle alcohol and he refused it.
Yeah,
Okay.
he
He
got
said-
Long
He
Island.
said
Drinks Long
that.
Island.
I only
I
drink
wouldn't-
Long Island.
I was an intern for like an independent metal label, and like it for like
That sounds
almost-
horrible.
for almost 2 years, but I knew the ins and outs. Like the owner didn't know who Dissection was. Like he's clueless, the guy with all the money, basically. So I was like, yo,
Mhm,
get
mhm.
that.
I wasn't gonna go there, Tony.
Hmm.
I just figured it because I was old.
Okay. We don't know who Dissection is, so just letting you know.
We also don't
Yeah.
own a metal band label
That's some
record.
Swedish like death metal thing.
Oh, that's my
that-
shit. Actually, I
Yeah.
do.
It was an independent metal label run by a guy that was rich that didn't know anything about metal. So
You should
know,
text me that. That's really my jam. I love Swedish
Yeah.
death metal.
All right, yeah,
seriously.
like, I'm wearing a
Put it in the group
Burzum
chat.
shirt right now. I mean, I don't
Yeah.
know if you
Put it in
ever,
the group chat.
if you ever listen to Burzum, but like, man, yeah, I would
But like,
stick a ton of powders on like the bong of the weed, and that was
just blasting off.
the early days.
Chuck, I don't think we're allowed to party together, bud. You're gonna take me to some dark places I haven't been in a long time, and it's just like
Nah,
like,
I
I
don't
love
go there
you,
anymore, but
but-
like, yeah, I definitely did acid and
he's
and
gonna have me
and-
all PCP'd out, fucking 4 a.m. chasing Philly cheesesteaks or something.
Oh,
I sense it in your soul, bud.
I know.
I feel it.
It's
You're
great.
throwing off my sensory warnings.
It's great.
You're like, hey, this guy will get you fucked up.
Are you going into any shows in the near future, Chuck?
Oh my god, I'm gonna miss Hell City Phoenix. I have to.
What?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Yeah.
That's
I,
unacceptable, Chuck.
I know.
Wrong answer,
That's
Stan.
unacceptable.
I know.
Wrong
Well, what are you
answer,
doing
Stan.
instead?
That's something that you know has to be done. Like I'm gonna let go of my grandfather's ashes on the
All right.
28th.
Oh,
That's fair.
way to be fucking like
All right.
super Trump cardy about it.
So,
Okay, the one thing we can't bitch about is you like burying a fucking relative. My bad, bud.
nah,
We
I
love you.
mean,
Hope it
I mean,
goes
I,
smooth.
like my mom lives there. I haven't seen her in over 6 years. I'm reluctantly, begrudgingly, you know, I didn't want it to be at the same time. It wasn't my decision on the dates, and it happened.
Life happens
same
sometimes.
weekend.
We'll excuse it this time because of like the super serious nature of the family emergency.
But what's the next show you're
But
going
what's the
to?
next show you're going to?
Man, you know what? I'm gonna try and see like if if I could go back to Philip Blue's shop during that excursion,
Oh, that would be rad.
yeah, if I do that again, tattooed by him, that'll make it worth it. Like
That would be rad. That would be a great
I'm
way
like-
to
I'm already
spend your trip.
traumatized, like my
Talk
dad.
to us about Philip Blue.
So Philip is like when they say don't meet your heroes, it's okay to meet him because
He's
like,
like,
yeah, no, he's like the greatest hero to ever meet because he's not gonna like rush you and make you feel awkward. Like for example, for me, I'm super OCD and super in my head. So in my head, I was like, you're not allowed to ask him to even get a picture with him, even though you got a tattoo, because my reasoning was getting the tattoo was enough. And then if you ask for a picture too, you're overdoing it. But like, like just enjoy the moment and not get like a reminder. Like if you already have a tattoo. But and then like the other half of me is like, get the fucking picture. Like,
Yeah, bro, get your picture.
yeah.
What guy is not gonna want, like if somebody that does tattoos for a living is salty about having to take a picture with the client, that's harsh, bro. That's super harsh.
Especially when you've traveled in and you're making
man,
memories.
get your fucking picture.
Yeah.
it probably
Like
took me-
you can be a fangirl about it, but you can also just be like, we've had a great
Thanks, man.
experience.
Let's snap
Can I
one
get a
real quick.
photo? Yeah.
It doesn't have to be a whole thing.
yeah,
I make Fawn take weird selfies with me sometimes.
We do.
She's my hero, baby.
We do take
And you
some
know what?
pretty
Those-
epic selfies together.
We do.
those are some of the biggest regrets for me being too like I identify as an introvert. So when I would see like Philadelphia Eddie by himself, and I'd be like, yo, I kind of want to just be like, what's up? You're the fucking, like spirit lifting, be like, I appreciate you kind of shit. And
I mean, I say always run that game. I'm a big fan of big feelings.
some
everybody.
people are more like animated and some people are more subdued. And so sometimes like it's like, so those are like regrets of not, being in Philly and not getting that picture. But like, I don't know. It's just random weird shit that you deal with when you're two in your head and you don't get that picture.
Chuck, do you pay attention to any of the other reinventing shows besides this one?
I've seen some of the other ones with
Have you checked out Robbie's show yet?
Lados or with
Robbie Ripple.
Howard?
Yeah.
Oh no. No, not yet.
You should check his show out. I think you and Robbie would have just a fantastic discussion with one another.
I am? No.
Hard play. I would love that shows.
Yeah.
Yeah, I try to listen when Kyle is talking with him and but like I just think there are a lot of things that you and Robbie could really just bring out in one another in a conversation. And like he's just such an emotional human and he
He pulled
embraces
like my
all
entire
of those
life
emotions.
story out of me on the very first day.
Oh, yeah.
The
I had the
expected.
office to myself and got to
man.
have him on the other day and was blown away.
Yeah.
Was blown away. He's
Yeah.
a good dude.
Yeah. Wonderful human.
I identify with like the mentally sick people because that's what I grew up in. So it's kind of like comforting in a way, even though it's dangerous. It's like, being around tigers, exotic things that can hurt you. But like I sort of
Can we get a tiger?
enjoy
Speaking of exotic things that can hurt us.
In Ohio, I think it's hard to do that now.
Well, I mean, what if
Like
we
10
are
years ago,
just
maybe.
super sneaky about it?
I can't tell a lie, Ben.
I mean, you don't have to lie, but you don't have to be like, I've got a fucking tiger, bro.
What am I gonna do with the bright orange and black hair all over me? A 6-inch whisker stuck to my sleeve.
Well, I mean, you could
Be
not
like,
go out
Mr.
in
got
public
real
like
big.
that.
Mr. got big. He's
You
a
just
big boy.
not go out with tiger claws attached to you.
Well, how you get the claws removed,
Ooh, bad kitty.
I don't know.
then you let it sleep
I
inside with you.
I
I'm
would
I'm
risk
worried
it.
about the
I would let it.
Might maul your face still.
Chuck's like, I
Yeah.
would risk it.
I would
Yeah.
risk it. I would be like, you know
Chuck,
what? Like we're going.
Get us a tiger, bro.
all the
I'm
way.
putting you in charge. Okay. We need a tattoo collecting podcast. I feel like if there's any of us
Nah,
that can pull together a tattoo collecting podcast, tiger.
Or a goat.
listen,
Or
I'm,
Goat's too easy. I can get a goat at fucking Tractor Trailer Supply here in about a half hour.
I'm
Go
highly
get one.
invested.
Okay, but I don't want to go.
The
But
big,
tiger,
the big cats.
Well, you said you can get a goat.
I could.
Then go get one.
I don't
Hold on,
want.
though. We got to rewind for a second. First of
Okay,
all,
I'm looking at buying like 10
people
acres.
that have big cats are a certain kind of person. And I don't know if I want to be in that category of person.
I think
I mean, and I
do.
have friends that have big cats.
Yeah. It's a commitment for sure.
Dude, I ate my cat's entire bag of cat food.
Yeah.
Don't ask me meow.
I
Nice. Nice.
I used to
Tony.
go to this Chinese restaurant a lot when I was a kid,
Right.
and no bullshit, they came out for serving other than meats, and they never said what it was, and I was always like, I wondered why there was no cats, man.
Oh.
That place was so good,
Nice,
Yeah.
Ben.
And their dumpster was clean.
so clean.
So
No
clean.
cats in sight. Ooh. No, I mean, listen, like if your bodysuit is done, you don't want to travel the world, and you're actually an articulate, empathetic human being that actually gives a shit about animals and not
I
life.
mean, none of those qualifications.
So if you're
I mean, all
ready
of
to never travel ever again and dedicate your
No, I'm
life
not
to
ready.
these animals because they're gonna bond to you, and if you leave for a couple weeks, they're gonna fuck off and be feral again. So it's like, this is the thing about the exotics. Like,
Hear me out.
you got to be all
In-
in. You got to be all in.
In-house personal tiger trainer. I don't think it'd be a hard string to pull if we can hook up buying tigers to be
I'd-
like, hey, bro, you got like a little brother that's really good at this too that can come like live with us and raise our tigers for us, and like we just feed them like Boosh Light and fucking meth, and we can have the same
Because if
kind
you
of
can
party that
afford
you
a
have.
tiger,
I
you can
saw a
afford somebody to
video
take
on
care of the tiger.
YouTube.
That's kinda
so
where I'm
I
at.
think I'm qualified. Highly
Ooh,
qualified.
I
saw
feel
I
a video.
support this decision, Bubby.
I'm supporting this decision less and less the further down the rabbit hole we get.
Fine.
Like, I don't want to be
Just
on
get
Tiger King
fucking-
4
No,
Just get a
I'm
lemur instead.
tattoo edition.
actively
We'll just
looking.
get a
That'll go
lemur
viral.
instead. They're smaller.
I'm gonna
Look at these
do.
crazy tattoo artists and their tigers.
Okay, so all the PETA listeners, we're joking. None of us are getting big cats.
No, I'm
Although we
getting
may get an
pups.
otter.
At
For legal
least-
purposes, it's all a joke.
Otters are cool
They
too.
play with a little ball.
Yeah,
they
I've
play
been
with
putting
rocks
on in the
their
morning
chest.
the Monterey Bay Aquarium live stream of the otters. I put that on the TV in the
Fauna's
morning.
been calling me Otter Paw since 2000.
His name in my phone is still Ben Otterpaw Thomas. Every time you call me, that's what comes up on my phone. There's a
Otterpaw.
situation in which
it
Ben
happens.
was still a married man, and in this situation, he conducted himself as such. I need to like. This is honestly, Ben earned so many respect points for me in this moment. So, anyways, said lady, can we call her a lady?
Let's just be polite because you know this is a recording.
So said lady.
Spindex.
No, it was
no,
that-
it wasn't.
no,
No, no, no,
nothing
no,
to do with me.
no.
We're in Phoenix.
Okay.
I
Working
wasn't
the sh-
even gonna put it out there. Like I wasn't
Oh,
even gonna
okay,
get that
sorry.
specific. So we were at this place, sitting at a table,
doing this thing.
smoking a blunt. So, and then said lady comes over and just like sprawls herself across Ben. Let's rewind. Said lady has been drinking all day and making out with anybody and everybody who will give her any kind of attention.
Intoxicated.
Yeah. So,
Wait a
anyways,
minute. Was this in one of the hell cities?
No.
we can't specific. So, anyways, she sprawls across Ben and like had no idea what was going to happen next.
There was lots of
Like,
skin to skin
if this-
contact.
If this would have happened to me, I probably would have stood up and been like, don't touch me, get away from me. You're in my, like, I would have done something that would have hurt this lady's feelings. Ben, however, did not. He did not hurt her feelings
Nope.
in any way. And he's like sitting in a chair, like it was like a lawn chair with arms on it, like a, like an outdoor
Lawn
an
chair?
outdoor kitchen chair. Yeah, basically. So it's got like the
Like a
metal
lawn
arms
chair?
on it, and I just see his hands as she's like sprawled across him. His hands just like turn up like this, and they're like totally like he Keanu'd before Keanuing was a thing.
You
So
dump
his
her in the
little
pool?
otter
I'm
paws
not
pop
touching you.
up,
I'm
and
not
I
touching you.
lose it
I'm
because
not
I
touching
see
you. No.
he's staying completely cool, but I just see like the tension and disgust on him, and like one side of his mustache curls up in a way that I have never seen before. And it just like quivered just a little bit, and he just like quadrupod, and like in no way did he feed into her energy, but
No.
he also didn't hurt her feelings.
I
And
wanted
that
to
was a
though.
rare combination. You did not feed
You were just
into
a
it.
rock.
You did not encourage it, but somehow nobody's feelings got
I
hurt.
was a
And
taken man. I couldn't fall subject to sluttery.
I mean, I feel
My
like,
baby was just born.
to be honest,
like,
I feel like even
Yes,
It is
it
not.
now.
even if you weren't a married man, I feel like you probably still would have been otter pod.
Well, I mean, the rule is always be nice. Because you never know down
You
the
never
line, her
know.
life might change, my life might
You
change.
never
and I might
know.
not want to have offended her.
You never know,
See,
but
see?
still, just
Always keep
the
that door open.
sheer
Yes, sir.
That's how you get
it goes
to
back to
ingredients.
manners. Remember that?
What?
Goes back to manners.
Yeah,
Remember?
manners.
Yeah, yeah.
Otter
That's
paws.
what it's
Yeah.
about.
Otter paws.
Don't
anyways.
touch them.
Yes.
Don't
Ben
get
Thomas,
touches.
otter paw technique.
Anybody uses my otter paw technique, I expect a 3% commission on any funds collected. LLC.
I feel like otter paws are like the opposite of collecting funds or any transfer of any.
I'm just saying. Anybody markets that shit, give me money.
Ben otter paw. So yeah, if you're ever around me and my phone rings and you see otter paw come out, you know,
It's me.
and you know the story, you know the reference now.
Dropping paws.
Do you think it's because he likes to like pick up rocks and shiny things and
Nope.
spin them around and put them in his pocket?
I
No.
don't like horse.
Hey,
Right?
Well
Oh,
put.
Ben.
Yeah, I really don't. It's not a thing. It's one of those things like if it's easy, I don't want it. You know, I like a little work in my day. And generally when it's already
he
been
really likes those meth heads that it's really hard to get their pennies off.
no, that's not hard. There's folks in there.
Ooh.
I don't know if you know, but there's ants in your pants. Instantly naked method.
Ugh.
Just saying. That's a route you want to take, bro. I'll give you the instructions. I know the map.
You know the map, Ben.
Just saying.
Why you know that map? I
I'm
have no
disappointed
It's a
that you've even
different
unfolded
podcast,
that
sir.
map.
Different podcasts. Not this one. This one's about tattoos.
idea. Yeah, a grosser podcast.
Ah. Well, I mean,
Gets worse.
to each their own, Bubby. Some people are into like meth-heady looking chicks.
That's true.
That's their gig.
It's true. Yeah.
We can't judge them.
Don't judge
They're
Kyle.
wrong,
Don't judge
but we
Kyle
don't
by
have to
his cover.
judge them.
That's
just-
right. Don't judge Kyle by his cover.
Oh, no, Tony's
How'd you
starting
know?
that on you.
As Vaughn told me.
So
Spilt the beans.
next week,
What are we doing
will
next week?
have, we'll probably have Kyle holding down the fort, and
Yeah.
Ben and I will both be beaming in. So we'll probably have like
Beaming
everybody
in
gathered.
remotely.
So it'll be a good time next week.
We're supposed to have Medusa on next week as well.
It'll be good.
Yep,
She
yep.
cracks me up.
She's
Um,
hilarious.
You want to pull up her
Where are you
post
guys?
from today about her stickers?
Where are you gonna be?
Oh, I'm headed over to hyperspace.
Nice.
Oh, that's next week?
Mm-hmm.
Wow, didn't
Yep.
even know.
Yep, it creeped up quick.
And where are you gonna be?
Traveling.
He'll,
To
he'll fill you
Another
in.
state.
He'll fill you in.
I do not like to discuss my travel plans and where I'll be and when and whys
On the airs.
in life. But I'll tell you, because we homies, but definitely not with a microphone.
Microphone in the mouth.
So you're obviously not going to get tattooed.
No, nothing cool. Nothing cool. Nothing show related. But I will beam in.
Well, what?
Beam in.
Medusa's awesome. She joins in on a lot of shows. I actually hope after she joins in this time, hopefully she can just start joining us on a somewhat regular basis because she's hilarious and I love her point of view. Like she's only been tattooing a handful of years, but she's really like killing it.
So that story post was no longer there, but I will show off this that she was working on.
Say what?
Isn't that nice?
That is beautiful, man.
Commented on this. And
I'd let that happen.
Yeah.
I'd totally let that happen.
yep, she said she just started painting on drawing paper just to see what would happen. And I feel like some magic's going on right there. I like the difference between like the warm grays on the outside and the cool grays right in the middle of that architectural form. I love that black
like
hole
all
as
the
well.
big colorful stuff. I'm not into this black and gray organic stuff. Like, give me big, bright, colorful.
Pull up her feed. Show us her page.
No, like Jesse Smith, Nico Giffen is like doing a new. He's like the new hot thing. Have you seen Nico's stuff?
Oh yeah.
Like Nico Giffen's like he's like the new hot thing out of Oregon or Washington somewhere. Like that's the kind of stuff I like. Yeah, see, like that.
Great.
Talk about it. Do you remember?
Ben did tell me to take that off my computer. And what do? I trust Kyle with it and he broadcasts it for the whole world.
Sorry.
The fuck,
Yeah.
Kyle.
Yeah, I would appreciate it if you go in and edit that part out.
Yeah, I will.
Jeez.
Oh my god.
The fuck,
When I
Kyle.
turned around, I could see on the screen. I'm like, that's somebody's license. I'm like, oh shit. I'm like,
Anyways, can you pull up Nico's page?
Nico Giffen, Neeko.
No.
Nico Giffen.
There we go.
And see, that's the kind of stuff I like, man. Oh man, because I was gonna say I just saw that wizard this morning. So that Foxy must have just posted then.
Mm-hmm.
When I looked at that wizard this morning.
It's
Fox's pen.
a pleasing Neo Chad. Fox is definitely cool.
Just click on any of those, it doesn't matter. Because it's very like early Jesse Smith, like what Jesse was trying to do, like that stuff that Jesse was pulling off.
Mm-hmm. See those eyes? They're like
Oh,
crazy alien eyes. What is that? A little cuttlefish? Yep.
Yep.
Cuttlefish.
That's awesome. I'm into that kind of stuff.
That's what he likes.
I
Good
love
job,
that
Kyle.
like negative swirl in there where it goes
Yeah.
from that lavender to like skin tone.
Aww.
The worms crawling, the worms crawl out.
It's snow. It's turns and icky green, and pus comes out like whipping cream. And
We
I
need to start a cover
forgot
band.
my spoon.
We break into song too often.
Yeah, marching bands bullshit.
All right, guys. Well, I feel like we've talked about everything. We've been going for like 2.5 hours. Do you guys think there's anything pressing that we haven't touched on yet?
Nope.
No.
I think we're good.
Cool.
Nope.
Well, we'll
Nope.
see you next week. We'll all be gathering. Kyle's going to be holding down the fort, and we will
Peace,
catch
love,
up
and
with you
podcast.
next week.
Sounds
Cool,
good.
guys.
Have a good night. Peace.
That's all I got.